Hello everybody, how are things? Welcome to the stream. Work is done for today, so the plan is to have some chill flying time, just hang out and fly very slowly in a very slow plane from Düsseldorf to Hamburg. I've got Microsoft Flight Simulator, relatively new, so I'm just finding my way around. So I'm gonna fly a Savage Cup, which is a small one propeller plane. I've got the wait. I've got the HOTAS all out, everything set up, everything ready. Got some coffee going. So let's do this. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna fly from EDDL, which is Düsseldorf, which is where I am right now. Furzmuskel. I think I'm, yeah. Where are we? Where's takeoff from? There, okay. So let's use that parking as departure. And we will fly to so Echo Delta Delta Lima to Echo Delta Delta Hotel, which is the Helmut Schmidt Airport in Hamburg. And I used to live. Oh God! I thought I'd banned this bullshit. God, come on. What are you doing? Why are you not? Why? God, for fuck's sake. You're making me open a browser. Wait, I'm gonna have to check if that's running anyway. Wait, Twitch, sorry everybody. It's got some fucking spammers. Oh, they changed. They're evading my block list, my blacklist, the bastards. Okay, turn the sound off here. Right, you. I want to report you to for spam. There you go. Obvious spam. There we go. Why is that message still there? How do I delete that bloody message? Come on. How do I delete your fucking message? Wait. Yes. Blah blah blah. Can I do this in mod view? Apparently I'm also learning the ropes in Twitch. There we go. Now you're gone. Okay. Let's go to Nightbot and ban there. Why am I not logged in? What's going on? Come on. Blacklist. Blacklist options. I was gonna. Do I have to? One entry per line. Okay, that should take care of it as well. Right. Okay. Sorry for that, everybody. Bloody spammers. Anyway, we're going to Echo Delta Delta Hotel, which is where I used to live. I used to live 400 meters off runway 33. So we're gonna try to buzz. So I used to live about here, right? So we're gonna try to buzz my old flat. We're taking a Savage Cub, which is a nice little sturdy plane, a bush plane. I've actually flown in once in Australia, and so that's all good. I think we should have all the gas we can have, right? And then what we are doing is, I think, no, I don't think, I'm setting the weather to clear skies, because what I'm doing is I really don't want to fly live. I don't want to fly currently because it's going to be dark, and I'm not comfortable flying in the dark, not with that plane, not right now. So I'm setting the time to, like, I don't know, 10 o'clock this morning. And so we're just pretending we're going to take off this morning. And what I'm going to do is, actually, I use clear skies because obviously I can't have live weather. And I've got Weather Force running. And so I will pull in live weather. That's actually more accurate than the weather in Flight Simulator. I'll pull that in, but we'll just have it at daytime, as opposed to, you know, the sun going down as it would now. Right. So let's do it like that. So what we're going to do is we click fly and get ourselves some coffee while we watch the loading screen. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing well. I had a productive day and probably gonna have to work some more on the weekend. So I'm gonna use this tonight to relax and to clean off the coffee I've just spilled here. Yeah, usually I wouldn't be streaming on a Friday night, because Friday night usually is date night with my wife, and we usually spend time together, but tonight she's busy working. So I've got time to stream. So we're flying a little bit. So that's my first time streaming Flight Simulator. Let's see how it goes. And actually, I'm very warm, so I'll be taking this hoodie off. Striptease, toss violations. Right, just don't mind the mess over there. Right, here we are. Echo Delta Delta Lima, Düsseldorf Airport. I don't actually know what it's named. I know that Hamburg is Helmut Schmidt Airport. I don't know what this airport's named. I'll have to look that up. Right. Okay, that's our map. That's good. Let's go to external view here. So what I will do now is I've loaded in with clear skies, as you can see. So now I'm going to tell Rex Weather Force to start injecting real life weather, which currently is about the same weather. Clear skies in Düsseldorf, so we won't notice any difference. The cool thing with, oh no, it's actually still doing it. The cool thing with Rex is, so now we have, right, here we go. So now we have current weather. Oh, there's a Whiz airplane, kind of half invisible. So of course we'll have, you know, sunshine because the middle of the day, but we have the weather that we have currently. And the cool thing is Rex will keep that updated during the flight, and it will actually transition. You know, in Flight Simulator, if you set a weather, if you don't use live weather, if you set weather for a flight, then it will never change the whole flight. Now Rex actually transitions. Anyway, let's get going here. Let's turn this plane on. As you can see, very, very Spartan plane. So, oh, there's the Whiz going by. Why aren't you not? Right, because I'm turning it the wrong way. I have my co-pilot set to do ATC, as you can hear now.
Bravo request taxi for departure to the north with Quebec.
Apparently we're starting to the north. 2-3. Okay. So I'm going to use the external view to taxi, because you can see fuck all in this plane on the ground, because it has a traditional landing gear with that little wheel at the end. Okay, so that's our taxi solution. I've got all help off, except like that. Well, I've got some plane, you know, auto mixture and stuff like that, but I've got no guidance for landings and stuff. But I've got the taxi solution, because otherwise I could, like, I'm not at a point where I'm gonna start looking up taxiways on airports. I probably should do that for my home airport here, but so I'm using Rex, and that's the only mod I'm using. Other than that, the only thing I have installed is a number of, there's like a super livery pack with like 600 liveries, and I have that installed, and you will, that's why you saw that with Airplane, you will see that on planes. And then them being called out as the corresponding airlines as well. So we are clear here. We can enter this taxiway. Oh, no, we can't. We can't. There is a... Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? Why is my plane not moving? Oh, okay. He's fading through us anyway. What has happened here? Why is my plane not moving? Why am I stuck? Hello? It's not the brakes. What's going on here? Something is bugged. See that? I think I'm bugged. Okay. This has not happened to me before. It's not telling, it hasn't told me to hold short of this runway, this taxiway, so what the hell? Aircraft control isn't on. Okay. I think we'll have to reload this. Sorry about that. I don't know what the hell that was. That has never happened to me. But that's as we call this in Germany the Vorführ effect, the demonstration effect, something that has always worked, and then you show it to somebody and it breaks. That's what that was. Vorführ effect. Learning German with Fab. Right, ready to fly. Okay. Let's just see. I think I need to re-inject the weather probably. What's dude's doing the moonwalk? Right. Let's do that again. We are active. Are we doing this? Let me just move this over here. And injecting. Okay. Injecting. Meanwhile, I'm gonna there we go. That's weather loaded. Meanwhile, I'm gonna start the plane.
Ground Savage Delta, Echo Foxtrot Alpha Bravo with Quebec request taxi to the active departure to the north.
Savage Delta, Echo Foxtrot Alpha Bravo taxi to and hold short of runway 23 left using taxiway Charlie Alpha. Contact tower on 124.355 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 23 left using taxiway Charlie Alpha Savage Foxtrot Alpha Bravo.
Right, you guys should probably I don't know, not stand there? Is that safe? Okay. Let's do this again. This game still has some bugs. It has a pretty hefty rendering bug at the moment, where, come on, where like there's pixel rendering bug, like on edges, like on edges of the plane. Why are you retracting my flaps? I'm not told you to do that. Thank you. Yeah. So that's the thing. That's apparently happened in the last update, which is the first. Obviously, just been playing it for not a very long time. So, right. Turn that back on. Sorry, what? Oh, maybe I was in active pause there. Ooh. Is my HOTAS doing weird things again? That is not good. Okay, I've had that in Elite before. I thought I'd fix that by using a separate powered USB hub, but maybe I haven't. God, there is quite a strong wind coming in. Maybe I was in active pause there. Maybe that restart was actually not something we needed. But hey. But the bar didn't pop up, so I don't think that was actually, well, I don't know. Next time I'll try. This plane apparently has no horizontal trimming, which oh, sorry, I just checked that Rex was working. And unfocused the window, so that was the sound gone. Right. Okay. Yeah, we're kind of heading northeast. That makes sense. We're gonna have a little detour. I'm gonna show you Düsseldorf after we've taken off. It's the maps are not very good here, so the whole the scenery is not very good. Düsseldorf is missing the Funkturm. The radio tower, the big one, that is kind of like the feature, most obvious part of the skyline. So that's a bit disappointing. But we're just gonna head over, maybe fly over Unterbilk, where I am right now. Oberbilk, I'm sorry. I'm in Oberbilk. What the hell? 320 on the runway. 320 Neo apparently. Okay,
Tower Savage Delta, Echo Foxtrot Alpha Bravo ready for north departure at runway 23 left.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait.
What
What do you mean I'm cleared for takeoff? There's obviously
Cleared for takeoff runway 23 left Savage Foxtrot Alpha Bravo.
Dude, there's a plane on the runway. It's obviously multiplayer plane. Dude, take off. Well, okay, we can solve that. We are cleared. So we can take off. This plane basically is a VTOL aircraft. It's as close to a VTOL aircraft as you can come with the stock planes. And I'm going to show you why. Oh, no, he's not taking off. Oh, what's he doing? Oh my God! It's because, I mean, I could actually take off on the taxiway, no problem. I mean, this is just too easy. Let's look at this, and we're off. I don't need all of this runway. Here we go.
Savage Foxtrot Alpha Bravo, continue for north departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Tower Savage Delta, Echo Foxtrot Alpha Bravo continue for north departure.
Actually, we're not gonna. Actually, we're going south. But okay. So as you can see, that's the Rhine there. The river I grew up on. And to the right, if you follow it to the right, which is to the north, you'd go to Duisburg, which is over there, which is where I was born. And that is the inner city. So we're gonna just fly over there. What is that sound? Oh, somebody is we got a visitor. We got a visitor. Isn't this game beautiful? Is that a stream sniper? Is that one of you? Is that one of you? I'm flying with multiplayer traffic. Obviously, I haven't decided if I want to turn that off. Not until it gets too annoying, I think. So the bridges aren't really correct. So Düsseldorf has these three bridges are very very obvious features, and they're like suspension bridges, right? And they're very obvious features of the skyline. You can see like one skyscraper. There should be a lot more, and where we're flying towards, there should be the Funkturm, which is a big, very prominent. Ooh, we don't want to go too fast. Big, very prominent radio tower. That is kind of like the main site, kind of, you would see. This is below us now. We have the Rhine promenade, which is actually lovely in summer, or in spring when there's the Japanese cherry blossom festival. Düsseldorf has a big Japanese contingent. It's like basically a little Japan of Germany. Down there on the left, that road thing, that's the Mörsenbrocher Eye. That's a very big road juncture when there's always traffic jams. And we're heading, I'm gonna try to go a bit lower here. We're heading basically to where I live. We're basically pointing at it, I think. Oh, actually, no, we have to go more like this to leave the Rhine. The square building there to the left, to the front and to the left, that's the central station, which if you've been to Düsseldorf, you will know. And I basically live just on the other side of that. So that's the Medienhafen, the media harbor there, just that harbor-looking thing where the tower is. It's kind of a hipster area. There's lots of TV stations there. So that's the central station down there. The big area where that's been raised. They're building something there, or they were before this whole situation, pandemic situation. I don't know what's going on there now. And we're now basically, that's where I live, down here. This is Oberbilk. Basically just flying over my flat. I'm going to turn around now and head to the direction we actually want to go, towards Hamburg.
Copy Savage Foxtrot Alpha Bravo.
It's actually a bit laggy. I wonder what that is. I wonder if that's just a lot of people in the air right now. And when I tested, never really had that. So that's, you can see the inner city over there. And we want to head northeast. Hamburg obviously being in the north of Germany, but also pretty much in the center north. If it gets too laggy for you on stream, please let me know. I will try to tweak some settings. Obviously, it's the first time with me streaming this. Also a new processor. So we've just left. That's the inner city. Alright, and we're heading past the airport again now, which is over there. Alright, if we go a bit higher, you can see it under the map. I wonder what that's down there. That must be a motorway. I wonder which one that is. I should know that. The A3 is further out, I think. Or this maybe it's just a train track. Yeah, it's a train track. It's a main train track, basically. gonna keep an eye on my speeder. So the only basic thing you can do with this plane is stall it, which you will notice to recover pretty much any time. But you have to be careful not to go too fast, obviously. Otherwise the wings will come off. That is not a good thing. This plane is very, 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 very basic, as you can see here. It's very light. It's like empty. It's like without that. That's the fuel indicator up there. Empty. It's like it weighs like 400 kilograms, I think, basically. There is a version which I didn't fly in, but they showed me in Australia, which is like an ultra light version. And these are for like light sports plane. So now we're heading over the airport again. So we want to go a bit more east. And there's one that is like a very, it's like built to be especially light, and it has is the stream laggy, or am I imagining that? And it's like it has nothing. Like the compartment for the luggage is basically like a cotton bag strapped to the fuselage. It's amazing. Wait, I'm gonna go on pause here for a second. I'm just gonna pull up a browser window on the side. Just gonna check. I want to see. Just gonna go to my own channel here. Okay. Obviously, now I need to actually fly to see. Let's see what that looks like. That is laggy. Yeah. That is lagging a bit. It's more laggy than it is for me. That must be a rendering thing. Okay, so my preview is actually correct on that. Let me just see. Sorry, where are the stats? Let me see. OBS stats. Sorry, what? Apparently I don't have any disk space available. Why is that? What? Wait, I'll have to check that out. That can't possibly be right. I do have disk space available. What are you talking about? There are gigs and gigs of disk space OBS. What are you? I do have a bit of rendering lag, but it's not that much. It's minimal. Wonder why that is. Why are you lagging? What is going on? Why are you telling me you have no disk space available? Because that is wrong. Wait, I'm gonna have to check my OBS settings. This is weird. No, the recording path that has literally half a terabyte. Oh, I'm not recording anything either, so that's not what's going on. Huh? I have no idea. I'm just gonna ignore that, and hope it'll fix itself. No, it's not laggy. Like, what the hell? I find it kind of unbelievable that something filled up like, I don't know, 400 gigabytes on my hard drive and now it's suddenly gone. I'm not buying that. Oh, what the hell that was. Wait, I'm just gonna... Sound's gonna be gone for a second. Just need to check something else. No, it's all good. Anyway, let's keep going here. Otherwise, we'll never make it to Hamburg. I mean, it's gonna be a long flight at any rate in this plane. But I do like this plane.
Savage Delta, Echo Foxtrot, Alpha Bravo. Request
It's a good learning
transition
plane.
Charlie airspace.
Savage Delta, Echo Foxtrot, Alpha Bravo approach. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Okay, that's nice. So over there is where I was born. That's Duisburg over there. Right. Let's head actually to our like straight as the crow flies GPS vector there. Anybody just joining us, so I have live weather, I have Rex Weather Force. I just switched the time, not using Flight Simulator live weather, because I switched the time to this morning, because this way we can see more on the flight. And also I'm new at this. I'm not comfortable with night flying right now, especially not with this plane. I mean, I have like 10 hours in this now. I have several thousand hours in X-Plane and probably around 1,000 in FSX, but that is all like years ago. And so I'm very much a noob. I know some things, but I was watching a great streamer. Actually, gotta shout her out here. My sound's gonna go away for a second here. Katie Pilot is great. Let's see if that works. No, it doesn't. So apparently Nightbot is not on the ball. Great. Oh god. Yeah, you change something, everything breaks. Always the same. Oh, didn't want to do that. Right, we're pretty much on the vector we want to go now. But I mean, you can see her name there in the chat. Please follow her if you're interested in this kind of thing. So I just watched her the other day, and no, we won't. We're not approaching Düsseldorf, but apparently we will.
65 for Savage Foxtrot Alpha Bravo. Düsseldorf approach Savage Delta. Echo Foxtrot Alpha Bravo 2500.
That's their airspace again.
Savage Delta.
It's weird.
Echo Foxtrot Alpha Bravo Düsseldorf approach. Continue as planned. Altimeter 30.39er.
But she's great. She's an actual A320 pilot. And she knows all this shit. I don't, like what airspace you can fly in and what you can't. So actually I think let's rise a bit more here. So we can see some more. So this is a nice view. You get a nice view of the Ruhr area there, but we're not really high enough to see a lot. So Düsseldorf itself is not part of the Ruhrgebiet, the Ruhr area as we call it in Germany, which is a big metropolitan area. It's the biggest metropolitan area in Germany. It's much bigger than Berlin and its surroundings. Also more people living there. It's the most populous area in Germany, and you know, Duisburg, which I was born in, which is just north of Düsseldorf, that's where it starts, and then it goes like east along the river Ruhr, which is why it's called the Ruhr area. That's where all it's basically over there. See all the houses. That's where all the steelworks were, coal mining, steelworks, heavy industry. You know, before a lot of it shut down in the 80s and early 90s. It's a lot of people living there. It's kind of like one big city. If you drive through it, you'll get across a city border, and there'll be a sign. You know, you're leaving. I don't know. You're leaving Oberhausen. You're reaching Essen, and you won't like. It'll be just a house, and then the sign, and then the next house. I mean, it immediately goes into each other. If there wasn't a sign, you wouldn't know. Actually, we are crossing the river Ruhr now. That is the Ruhr. Nope. Don't crash, Fab. Just take some of the throttle off here, otherwise we're gonna... that is the river Ruhr now, and you can see on the map how it goes north and then flows into the Rhine. You see the Rhine on the left border of the map. Where the Ruhr flows into the Rhine, that's where Duisburg is. Right, and down there you can see, I think this is probably Essen. With the rail. Oh, okay, that's not my plane malfunctioning. That is the neighbors drilling. Everybody, the neighbors are drilling. Oh, there's an airfield down there. What is does Essen have a? Does Essen have an airport? I don't actually know what airport that is. I mean, we can look. Let me just keep an eye on the speed there. So yeah, it's Essen Mülheim. Echo Delta Lima Echo. Interesting. Wonder if I ever been to that airport. So yeah, that's definitely Essen down there. So we have to go further here. So we keep our course. And that's what it looks like. That's what the whole area looks like. It's surprisingly green. People think of it as just an industrial area and just poor people. And but there's lots of green in between, as you can see down there. Fields and river, forests and shit. Conservational areas. Actually, Duisburg has this very nice area which used to be an old steelworks, which they shut down, and they chose not to. I love this Landschaftspark. It's called Landschaftspark Nord, and they didn't destroy the buildings, the old steelworks. The metal and the concrete. They just left it, and they left it there so that nature can reclaim it, and now it's reclaiming it, and it's basically a park. You can walk in there. And it's fascinating. It's slowly collapsing. So that would be probably getting towards Dortmund. That could be Dortmund down. I don't know if it's Oberhausen. Oberhausen's further north, I think. I think we're getting towards Dortmund there. I think that looks like a university down there. Not sure. Yeah, I think the lag has fixed itself. I'm just annoyed now that Nightbot isn't working. I switched from MooBot to Nightbot, and I was testing it earlier, and apparently it's fucked. It's fucked itself. Anyway, just give me a quick second. I just had an idea. I think I know what it is. It might be a user error on my part. Oh. Apparently it's not joined the channel. Now I need to mod it. Okay. Okay, let's see that. See if that works. Wait, wrong window. Wait. Hello, Nightbot. You know working? You know working yet? Okay. Apparently you're in the channel. Why are my commands not working? It's always something. Is it just because the alias doesn't work? You set this command to be off. Did I? Why did it work before and now it doesn't? What do you mean it's off? It works. Come on. What are you telling me? What's wait. Sorry, let me try if I can debug this. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. Let's click on that. What would that actually tell me? Oh, shout out should work. Does that work? Okay, we're not going to do this now. Sorry about that. Damn it. Why do things not keep working? I'm annoyed. What's wrong with me? Maybe I wrote too much today. Sometimes this happens and then my brain doesn't work anymore. Well, that's really safe when you're operating an airplane. God, is that Düsseldorf though? Or is that actually... Is that still Essen? Don't know, that kind of looks like the inner city area of Essen. Doesn't it? I don't know. I've lived in Hamburg too long. I need to do some research on my own home geography. God, the scenery is bloody amazing now. I mean, some of the details are wrong, obviously, here in areas where they haven't manually fixed it, you know, like they did in the UK with that update. But let's look at that. That is almost like flying over the place. Pretty amazing. Actually, let's go lower down a bit. I'm like, what is that sound? Is my engine broken? No, it's the neighbors drilling. Oh, that's a big motorway junction. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That is my home. What's Bomba? That sounds ominous. Bomba? That's Russian for bomb, isn't it? Why is my trimming activated? What are you doing? Okay, what's that big building we're heading towards? Okay, there's lots of industrial shit down there. So that's not the Ruhr though, right? The Ruhr is... we crossed the Ruhr. Which river would that be? BOT is probably Bottrop, I would guess. Okay, there's a big industrial area there, over there. That looks like a refinery. And then I wonder what that big building is. Actually, I think we can minimize this now. This is annoying. That looks like a horse racing track down there. Right? Yeah, I think that would be. It's amazingly detailed. I mean, years ago I had but years ago I used it the last time. I had like photorealistic scenery for X-Plane, and that actually came like on I don't know what it was for, like the south of the UK, and it was like 15 DVDs I think, and then I didn't have a DVD drive anymore, so I ripped it like to on a hard drive. Like, I got a external DVD drive from a friend. But it was like, and I thought that was amazing looking. It basically replaced the X-Plane scenery with, like, you know, the floor with photos like this. But this has a lot of like 3D buildings, which we hadn't back then. Back then it was really only sites that were 3D. But we're heading right over the Ruhr area here. This is prime Ruhrgebiet. Yeah, so I think this is Bottrop, where we are now. Let's see what the closest airport is. Lohmühle. Lohmühle. Interesting. I don't know where that is. Let's go a bit lower so we can see some more. Oh no, it gets laggy again. Alright, it's probably the 3D buildings. Fun. Haven't had that before. Right. I think I don't have that when I'm not streaming. So it might just be connected with streaming. So let's just... We can turn some of that down. See, I pulled this all up to like max. And it works fine when I'm just, you know, playing it. But for streaming, I think we have to be a bit more conservative. See if that makes it. ATC, come on. Moin Stefan. You love my accent, as in what kind of accent do I have? I hope it's not so too German. I've been trying to avoid this. I have no clue. I think it's a mixture of American, English, and Australian, and German. Australian? No, I don't really sound Australian, mate. I can't even really do an Australian accent. I've never. There's some of it in there. Like I tend to, when I say river, I tend to say, sometimes I say river, which is very Australian. Okay. Ooh, what is that? Ooh, are we getting some strong winds here, pushing us, of course. What is that? That industrial area in this mountain that looks like they've scraped it off. I have no idea because I don't know where I am. That sounded like southern states of the USA. No, that's more like... Oh god, I'm so bad at accents. So Australians like this. Oh, g'day, mate. G'day, cobber. Struth. True blue. And southern states. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can do it a little bit when I like hear it, like in a movie, and then I can do it for a little while. But ich könnte Sächsisch anbieten. So for somebody who is not clued into German accents, the Saxon accent is by many outside of Saxony considered to be the worst German accent, maybe together with Bavarian. Not that I want to offend Stefan, but I think that is fair to say. I actually like it. I think it's charming. Definitely, he says, yeah. So I didn't want to, you know. No engine malfunction. It's the neighbors. What the fuck is going? What is this here? Look at that square. Oh, this square mountain. This looks like, you know how, see how square that is? That looks like a halde. That's what we have, like where my parents lived. It's basically they use old. So when there's a mine, right? They take the stuff that they dig out of the earth and they make mountains of it, and then they actually plant trees on it. So there's one. Oh yeah, this thing you can see from the A2, I think. There's like a sculpture on there. Could also be an old waste area. No, I don't think these are higher. These are, you know, Schlackeberge. We have one. So Schlacke is like the when you dig iron out of the earth, right? The stuff that's left over. And they make landfills with that, and then they plant trees on them. And there's one right behind where, oh, see the big, I think there's Kamener Kreuz. It's a big motorway. I think that's the Kamener Kreuz. The bridges are wrong. They fucked that up. Bings fucked that up. And they call this, the big one we have behind the house, they call Monte Schlacco. Like Monte as in Italian, it's like Italian for mountain, and then Schlacco as in Schlacke, the German word, but with an O to make it sound Italian. When did you pass last time the A37 next to the waste burning facility? It's a pretty high hill. Yeah, I know that they do them high, but I think in the rural area mostly this is from mines. And I know that one because it has the sculpture on top, and I know that's a mining thing. Yeah, this airplane, I like it. It's a beginner airplane. It's a Cub. It's a Savage Cub, Slin Aviation. These are basically modeled after the Piper Cub, which is a very old design. It's a very light airplane. As you can see, it's very basic. It's basically just steel tubing and wires, and the wings and everything is just that's aviation fabric, I think. It's like 400 kilos empty. It's like a very nice bush plane. I flew on one in Australia, and it can pretty much land anywhere. It's very sturdy, so it's very hard to break, which is great for me. And you know, one prop plane is like perfect to learn the ropes. The problem is like it's the yeah, that's the one thing you can do to break it. I nearly broke it there. If you go too fast, because the wings will fall off. But like the instrumentation is very basic. Oh, actually, I haven't switched the avionics on. Can do that. Not that we really need them, but so it's very basic. It doesn't have any like warnings or anything. It doesn't have any navigation stuff, so you can just do VFR. I was flying with an A320 from this Hanover to Cologne. Felt in the simulator much more comfy than the Embraer 170 from Air France. Yeah, Embraer, I'm not a fan of Embraers. Like, either in a simulator or flying in them, I don't like those. I've never liked those. The 320 is amazing. That's the plane, when I was still doing X-plane, that I flew in. Well, I was flying 319s mostly. But to Charles de Gaulle, Paris. Yeah, I'm trying to use ICAO codes these days, although I wouldn't know what Charles de Gaulle is, and I've forgotten what Hanover is. I'm gonna fly there one day. I'm doing this. I'm doing my tour of where I used to live, right? So I'm flying from Düsseldorf, where I live now, to Hamburg, where I lived last. We'll have to fly to Langenhagen, you know, Hanover Airport, because I lived next to that, so we can bus my flat. I tend to live near airports. I don't do now. I live in the city now, but like my previous 2 flats were right next to the airport, and then we have to go to London and fly over Wimbledon. Oh, CDG is Charles de Gaulle. I thought it was Cologne, but Cologne CGN, right? Need new hardware for FS 2020. My GTX 960 sucks. Well, look, I got a new processor. You know, I only bought this game after I got a new processor. I only have a 980. And I'm not going to update graphics cards right now because the prices are just... So we're leaving the raw area now. You can see, like, we're leaving the industrial heavily populated areas. We're going through the Münsterland now, I think, which is where the forest starts. You can also see by the airspace lines, I think, that we're leaving the area. Let's throttle down here a bit, otherwise our engine will just cook itself to death. So Hanover is Langenhagen Airport. I used to live right parallel to one of the runways there. Got a very nice series of photos of Air Force One when Obama was visiting, because I had prime real estate. 960 is not even supported. Every time a warning and the game crashes, but as you said, it's stupid. Stupid how much it is to buy a 3080 right now. Yeah, I wouldn't buy graphics cards right now. I mean, unless you're very lucky and you get like a good deal, but it's like, I mean, so I built this PC about 5.5 years ago, and the graphics card, the 980 at that time, was like 700 euros. So the whole PC was like under 1,500 with everything. Right now, a graphics card that would be back when I had bought the 980, it was like the state-of-the-art graphics card. The only faster one was 980 Ti, which was too expensive. Like, it was like 200 euros more expensive or something, or almost 300, and it had just like a 6% performance increase or something like that. So I didn't buy that. Well, if you discount like the whatever the Founders Edition or whatever those are, I'd never count those. But if you buy a state-of-the-art graphics card right now, it would cost you more than my whole PC cost back then. So if I get the Euro jackpot today, I buy a new PC. I have an i7 6700 with 64 gig RAM and a 2 terabyte NVMe. Only GPU sucks. Well, I was on 16 gigabytes of DDR3, and I just upgraded to 32, which is enough RAM. I'm not having RAM issues. Like the little bit of lag you see, I need to figure that out. That is just that is something to do with streaming. It's probably the graphics card, because the CPU is... Well, actually, we're gonna lose sound here for a second while I open my task manager. The CPU right now is at 25%. So that's really not a bottleneck right now. Long live the power of the Ryzen! The Ryzen 5. It's Ryzen to the challenge. Channeling Danav. Go to London or NYC, then you can see the limits of your GPU. I know the limits of my GPU. I will go to London at some point. I mean, I know that my CPU is currently the most limiting factor here. Where are we actually? To zoom out more here. Right in the middle of nowhere, as you can see, there's no fucking airports, there's nothing. So once you leave, I mean, I'm driving this quite. I mean, obviously, I'm not driving as the crow flies, but I'm driving this way. Let's go down a bit so we can have it's a bit more interesting. But there's fuck all here, right? You leave the Ruhr area, you get into the Münsterland, and then you leave North Rhine-Westphalia, and then you get to Lower Saxony. There's fuck all there. Like on the motorway, you basically go towards Bremen, and until you get to Bremen, there's nothing. I think the GPU is what is limiting things, and it's also causing the slight lag on stream. But I can't. Yeah, that is not going to be fixed anytime soon. Münsterland smells. Too many badly grown pigs. You want me to fly high? No, I want to go down a bit. I want to see shit. I mean, this is why we have such a lovely little bush hopper plane. You can actually fly like 50 meters over the ground with this comfortably. See how much wind there is? How the plane's like... We're going straight, right? That's just the plane in the wind. But it's also very light, so... Oh. You can actually hear the fuselage creaking. I love that. Got the plane models in this eye. Excellent. I need to install something that I know like where I am, so I can talk about places. That actually looks like a channel down there. Yeah, it'll be one of the canals, like one of the industrial canals. There's a little church there. It's always like the small industrial areas next to the canal. Some city center down there. It seems to me that like flying your lane like a candle in the wind. Oh god, don't give me an ohrwurm with shit. No, that's not the Mittelland Canal. The Mittelland Canal, first of all, is bigger. And wouldn't go there, I think. But maybe. I mean, fuck knows. I have no idea where I am right now. Some small German town in the middle. Oh, I'm actually going the wrong way. Sorry. Oh, we're reaching stall speeds. Need more power. Also, I mean, they haven't added any real landmarks with this, right? They just look at the the truck going around a roundabout. So it'll be impossible for me to fly over something. Go right. If I recognize the landmark, I could go like, okay, this town. I've probably been there. But so this way I can only tell from like the layout of the towns, and that's really not enough. Especially that looks like a down there. That looks like a furniture store with the round entrance thingy. God, we are lagging. Give me a second here. We are laggy. Can we turn this down a bit more? I mean, I could go to medium. Could set everything to medium. I mean, better. It looks a bit more shitty than us having lag, right? Let's see if that makes it better. Yeah, it seems better. Okay. Actually, I forgot to take some screenshots while we were taking off. I think there was just too much shit going on. Have to take some screenshots later. Row. Okay, we need more power here. Oh, there's that thing down there on the right. That's biogas power plant. I recognize that. Well, I don't recognize the specific biogas power plant, but I know what they look like. So let's take a screenshot here. I feel like I need some screenshots. So let's take all that off. From our first on-stream flight with a nice J.J. Abrams style lens flare, maybe like this. That's cool. Okay. Now make the mouse pointer disappear, please. Okay, can't. If I do this, that does the trick. Okay, yes. Oops, sorry. Sorry for that. Sorry for hitting the microphone there. Should have really taken a picture over the Ruhr area or something. I don't know. Right. Come on, mouse pointer, go away, thingy. Okay. Right, that's enough for now. Reset the size of the map here. It always does that, doesn't it? Wait, no, can just get a bit smaller. Move that over there. It needs to fit with my overlay. Damn it! Okay, here we go. Let's keep going. You googled what? What did you Google? The Mittelland Canal starts around Ibbenbüren. Yeah, where the hell is Ibbenbüren? The question is, does it go just north of the Ruhr area, from west to east or east to west? That's the question. Because that's the only thing I know that we were there. It's A30 cross A1. So that's possible. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. Maybe you were right. Oh, look at the wind turbine. Those things. So I have a friend who works at the airport and at a airport, and his job is to do airport software. I like how they modeled in right, they're modeled in the turbines, right? But the photo, the turbine on the photo, see, it's still down there because they obviously can't take that out, so it's still there. Anyway, so he works in an airport, and he works on the radar systems. and they have this very old Unix machines that do like all of the radar. Basically, they do the interpretation of the raw radar data, and put the create the whatever the ATC sees and the data it spits out and whatever. And he told me once that these wind turbines are hell, because basically the radar tracking software tracks the tips of the propeller of the wind turbine, and because they're going so fast, it interprets that as a plane that just turns up and disappears and turns up and disappears, and it would cause an alert. So what they need to do is, like, whenever the new wind turbine is put in, they need to manually put that in the software, so that it basically the contacts get filtered out. Otherwise the ATC would all the time get think there were planes there and get alerts. I found that fascinating. Oh, I now have to think at the German dubbed. Oh yeah, that is typical. The German dub of the Jurassic Park drilling, where they have a Unix system, and it's like in the dub, they say ein Unix-System because whoever was dubbing it didn't know what Unix was and didn't look it up. I mean, to be honest, that was also before the internet, so. It's hilarious. It's that little girl, isn't it? She's like hacking. It's like, I know this is a Unix system. I know what to do. War games, Silikondioden. Oh god, I haven't seen any dubbed German movies in so long. It's been decades since I saw Jurassic Park. That must have been as a kid. But I just know that because that's a meme on the internet. It's people, or at parties, people will talk about this kind of shit. So down there we have a motorway, right? Small one. The big one is the A1 and the A2, which are both going north. So this is on south, north to south. This is, I don't know what, that's a smaller one. We're making some headway here. This is actually... Flying this plane is actually a lot of work. You can't just, there's no autopilot, you can't, you have to keep your hand on the stick all the time, because if I take it off, it just does that. You see the wind? How it just goes and... I mean, I could trim it a little bit. I can trim... I can vertically trim it. See actually the little trim tab there on the left back control surface? I can goes up and down. Anyway, I don't want to crash. Oh no, those were the those were the flaps. Don't want to do that. See that's the trim tab. Yeah. Okay. So we want to set the throttle to maybe like this, and then we want to trim it up a little bit. That's too much. It's very fiddly. The actual the trimming wheel is there. So why are you not? No. Come on. That's too much. Oh my god, this is like fiddly as hell. Come on, plane. Don't do this to me. Do I actually have to trim? No, it goes down when I do this. I trim it up a little bit, like that, maybe. That's too much. Or maybe I can't. Maybe I can't trim it. But not the altitude. Horizontal flight should be possible without touching the stick. Only if it's trimmed correctly. You mean horizontal? No, horizontal is not possible without touching the stick because there's wind. You can see how we're going straight now. You can see where the wind's coming from. So no, especially not in that plane. This is not a jet plane. You have to course correct all the time. And it doesn't have horizontal trimming. There's no... You can actually see that. There's no control surface at all on that. Anyway, we're flying like snake lines here. The police will come up and go like, "Are you drunk, sir?" Seem to be unable to operate your plane. No, I'm good. I'm just talking to Twitch chat. So that is another either a canal or like I think it's a river that's been heavily straightened. Right. Welcome to Germany. I can confirm this is very much what it looks like from the air. I mean, I've not been flying myself, but I've flown a lot, you know. And sometimes when you go from, you know, like Munich to Hamburg or something, and it's clear you can actually see a lot. We're way lower than an airliner right now. We're like 5,000. No, what's that? We're at 500 feet. I'm sorry, 5,000. Why can't I read my altimeter? My brain is fucked. When I played last time, the smallest plane was the Cessna or the sports plane. You mean FSX? Well, I'm gonna graduate at some point. I really like the extra 300S. FS 2020. Okay. What do you mean when you... The other people? Or, I mean, the plane that was available? These planes have all been available from the start. This is just the... I don't know. I have the... whatever the Ultimate Edition is. So this plane might not be in one of the other editions. I don't know. It's in the single prop category all the way to the right. It's like one of the slowest. I'm actually at some point, I want to fly the double-decker and I want to graduate to the extra. But I want to learn the ropes on this one first. So the extra 300S is that acrobatics plane. A fun fact, the airport that is closest to where I was born, Schwarze Heide, which is in Dienstlaken, that is where the extra 300S is built. It was designed by a guy who lives there, Walter Extra. And they're building all of those at Dienstlaken Airfield. And I always watched them do like test flights because when I was a kid we used to like cycle up north there from Duisburg, like in the conservational areas there, and you'd go past the airport, and it being an airport and me being a kid, I was like always, can we stop here? I want to look at the planes. It's a very small airport, and the only thing you would ever see, more drilling, is an extra on a test flight, or like they had a double-decker plane that you could like have circle flights in, you know, that they'd show you around. That's the other one you'd always see, and of course gliders, towing up gliders in the Cessna. I just played at the start. I'm pissed by the GPU. Okay, yeah, I get that. Maybe you'll win the lottery. Although I don't play the lottery. My math teacher always... I wasn't good in math. And didn't learn much. But one of the things that stuck in my brain was my math teacher saying... lotteries are a tax on people who don't understand probability. And I think that's very true. So I've never bought a lottery ticket in my life. See down there, that's a typical German smaller city, which is like a medieval city, but like the way it's built with that ring is very much Roman. So you can tell that although we're probably too north for that, but maybe. Usually the ring roads are less. You can tell that's a German city. Like Cologne is very obviously like that. Maybe that's just a medieval city. That's also not very round. So I think we're too far north. Everything north of the River Rhine obviously used to be, Bavarian country. the chance to win at the lottery is much higher than that there is an afterlife. How many people go to a church? Says Stefan is gonna buy me around if he wins. That's very nice of you. It's very nice. Yeah, I think that church thing is something completely different, because I don't think there is, since there's no if we think this through, right? Since there's no scientific way to tell, there's actually no way to scientifically figure out that probability. So you believe you'll win the lottery? That's okay. Yeah, the Church of the Lottery. Actually, I'm not a religious person. I'm not baptized. This is the middle of nowhere. Look at this. We are like in the middle of fucking nowhere now. This is Niedersachsen. This is Niedersachsen. Looks like just lots of fields. Yeah, I'm not a church fan. I don't believe in anything really. Let's go down a bit more. Oh, no, not that fast. I realize that I'm just going up and down, but you know, you gotta do something to keep yourself entertained. Also, it's VFR. I think I can do whatever I want, if I understand this correctly, unless air traffic control tells me otherwise. I love Lower Saxony. Be careful. Really? You love Lower Saxony? Why? It's fucking boring. There's nothing there. There's another typical German town layout there. Fuck all there. I mean, I remember you're born in Celle. Alright, yeah. Well, you know, you always love the place you're from. I love the Ruhr area, and people are like, that's a shithole. I'm like, but it's my shithole. And it has charm. See, we're just like, because I'm from a city, like Lower Saxony to me is just boring as fuck. Yeah, it's local, Lokalpatriotismus. It's this thing in Germany, local patriotism. So in case you're not from Germany, I mean, the thing most people who are not from Germany don't understand. I mean, it's natural. You just assume, you know, other countries are different. But if you don't like intellectually think about that, then your brain will always return to assuming everything's kind of like where you're from. This is why Germans often also don't understand other countries and nationalism and stuff. And Germany is very special, because Germany wasn't a national state until very, very late, until 1871 actually, when Bismarck unified the Reich. That was technically the Second Reich, because the Second German Empire, because the first empire was the Holy Roman Empire, Heilige Römische Reich Deutscher Nation, as we call it. But that wasn't a national state. That was a conglomeration of all these little kingdoms. So until 1871, Germany was all these little kingdoms, right? You had Saxony, you had like Hanover, you had like all these. Some of these are just like tiny, right? Then you had like free cities like Hamburg. History with Fab, yeah. So that's, I mean, this kind of, I like history. But yeah, this is something people don't realize. Like, many people don't realize that Germany, this is why Germany has this local patriotism, like this local patriotism, I think even more than other countries. I mean, the UK has it a little bit, because the UK, in many respects, is similar. Well, it's not similar because it's not all these little different kingdoms, but you know, it's a nation state that's made up of little things that used to be nation states. So, you know, there's patriotism by people from Wales, obviously Ireland, Scotland, all of that. Oh, look, there's mountains. There's a little bit of a mountain range coming up there. What passes for mountains in Lower Saxony. Yeah. Actually, let me just zoom the map out here. Oh, that's all the way we can. Oh, so it's not showing the airports. So that's Hamburg, right? Right, sorry. Is EDD Echo Delta Delta Victor, is that actually Hanover? I can't remember. Let me just check. Echo Delta Delta Victor. Yeah, that's Hanover. Okay, so that's Hanover Airport over there. So we're now passing by Hanover. Oh my god, what is the plane doing? Right, Echo Delta Delta Lima, Düsseldorf, where we took off. These are the 3 biggest airports here. Of course, Frankfurt being bigger, but that's further south. And Echo Delta Delta Victor is Langenhagen, Hanover Airport. And all the dates inside your brain, I can't do that. No, I don't have the. So I was always bad with dates. I know 1871, but that's pretty much it. Oh, we're getting very low here. No, and you'd be amazed. Many historians actually, down to like professors at university, can't remember many dates. And so I used to have courses with I can't remember his name. Anyway, famous German historian. Can't remember his name right now. See, this is about remembering. He always used to say, being a historian is not remembering dates or knowing dates. It's about to know where you look him up, and is also true. Your history teacher was a pain in the ass. He didn't understand. If he gave you a hard time because he couldn't remember dates, then that's just like the wrong thing. I mean, the important thing is to remember what happened. And the important thing about Bismarck unifying Germany is like that he made Germany a nation state as like the last, right? For a country that is that old, right? And the funny thing is Germans had a national identity and wanted to unify Germany for hundreds of years, and it never happened. And Bismarck did it. That was like his big thing he wanted to do. And he succeeded. And that was a very, very big thing. But it was very late. Like the only other countries that were basically created as nation states were, 100 years after, when all the colonies, got independence. And maybe, yeah, I mean, Poland was a nation state. Poland is another special case because it was always like ripped apart. But just think about how long France, or even like the United Kingdom, Denmark, Sweden, how long they've been nation states, and Germany is coming along like, and so already it was huge, and it was like, they spoke more or less the same language for hundreds of years, like that little mountain range up there, but they weren't a nation state, and even afterwards, there were all these special people hang on to their history, right? So they have this local patriotism where they hang on to their little area and stuff like that. And you don't have that in France, for example. I mean, you always have like local stuff and little bit of local patriotism, but not to this degree. So that's a thing that's special about Germany, and explains a lot of little idiosyncrasies, and that's why Germans get so pissed off when you from America, and a lot of things as German are actually like Bavarian, right? You go to somebody like me who's from the west of Germany, we fucking hate Bavarians and they hate us, and you go like, where's your Lederhosen? Then we get like really pissed off because you're like, we're not Bavarian, what the fuck are you, Leder, what the it's like if you're from New York and you're like asking somebody like, I don't know, something that is just very, very specifically Tennessee. You're like, where's your pickup truck and your shotgun or something? Can't even know an example. Anyway, I'm ignoring chat. What's Stefan saying? Oh, you need to know all the dates by heart. Yeah, those are the worst history teachers. Lucky Kimberly knows Bavaria's not Germany. Who's Lucky Kimberly? Is this a meme I'm not aware of? Look, this is, if you love Niedersachsen, this is typical Niedersachsen down here. That's what it looks like. Oh, what was that? Oh, this is my joystick doing things I didn't tell it to do again. Oh, Kimberly, still you go. Sorry, I hadn't. I forgot all about that. Yes, it's coming back to me. From Cleveland. From Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, you should ask her about, like, I don't know, what's like typical Maine things, like lobster eating or something. Null problemo. Yes. Oh, I remember. Yes, we were talking. You were just she had just left because they didn't extend her stay or something, right? She doesn't like fish, right? So she's obviously not from Maine. It's just, is that a Cleveland thing? I actually don't know what is. Do I know anything about Cleveland? Wasn't Cheers? Is that Cleveland? Is that Chicago? Wasn't Cheers set in Cleveland? I have a feeling that, like, some show I watched, Home Improvement, is that set in Cleveland? Something set in Cleveland. Cheers, yeah, so it's Cheers. Sometimes you wanna know. Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Yeah, ask her. That's good. Fun fact about Cheers and Deep Space Nine. There's an alien who's always in the bar in Deep Space Nine who's called Morn. And he's called Morn because it's an anagram, or, like, you know, a twisting around of the letters of the name Norm. And that's the guy who's always, you know, the guy is always last to leave the bar in Cheers. So when they wanted a character like that for Quark's bar, they riffed off that. God, this is beautiful. I've been here. I'm sure I've rode with my motorbike along here because this is like the only, at least a little bit hilly area, and this is pretty much the way I'm going when I went home from Hamburg to my parents. Some show was set in Cleveland, I'm sure. We could also just Google it, but I just don't want to tap out of the game, you know. But I think you're still in NRW. Ostwestfalen. No. I'm not in NRW. This is Niedersachsen. This is further north. You think this is still Ostwestfalen? Oh yes, I think you're right. I think this could be. This is like, yeah. This is also like the little mountain range you go through. This, the A2 goes through this, or the A1. No, it's the A2, right? This goes through that. Yeah, you're not even on level of Hanover. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, you're right. This is, but we will be in Lower Saxony after this mountain range, I'm sure. Right, because Northern Australia goes like this. But Oeynhausen is on the same level as Hanover. Yeah, so this is the then this is the I've been going through this with the motorbike. This is the Weserbergland. That's what this is. This is the Weserbergland. Some lovely little motorbike roads there. So this must be like, so we've been through the Münsterland, so we must be past Münster. So this could actually be Bielefeld, right? Something like this. Or this is like parts of Ostwestfalen-Lippe. That could be true. Look at those big fucking warehouses down there. They're huge. On Porta Westfalica. Yeah, I don't know, but I think I would recognize Porta Westfalica. There should be a, I don't know, big river. I always like Porta Westfalica because it's obviously like Roman for like gate to Westphalia, which is what it is. When you're coming from the north, it is the gate to Westphalia. Yeah, I think this is Bielefeld. So this is around. I don't actually know how big Bielefeld is. I think it's a bit too small for Bielefeld. Something happened with the warehouses down there. That behind us, they didn't look, looks buggy. Oh god, my hand is falling off from twisting the joystick. I don't have rudders, right? I don't have a yoke. I'm using a joystick. Actually, I can show you. So I'm see how my this is how it would be. I'm holding it on an angle like this the whole time. See, like, you know, going like down and twisting it a little bit to keep the plane steady the whole time. I should have it like a joystick cam if I'm streaming this more. Cramps. Well, I'm used to holding something. Oh, that came out wrong. So basically, from the motorbike, you have to do like all these unnatural things. I always passed on the statue when I was driving to Wortmann Computer AG. Took the lovely route. Made my day. So yeah, the Porta Westfalica has this big... Oh, actually I'm going the wrong way here. Porta Westfalica has this... Oh, actually this could be... I don't know. This looks familiar. Porta Westfalica has this statue of... I think is it Friedrich Wilhelm? It's like on the mountain overlooking the river and the valley a little bit. Actually around here is also the Varusschlacht and the Hermannsdenkmal, which is this big guy with a sword. It's like the statue to this battle that the Romans fought with the Bavarians. The Bavarians, when the Bavarians won against all odds because the Romans were too cocky, and then the Romans decided, okay, let's retreat behind the river Rhine. They can't build. Stop doing that. They can't build bridges because they're fucking Bavarians. Can you display the landmarks? I've been there in 2019. Yeah, I can actually. Maybe I should do that. That's actually not a bad idea. I did turn them off for screenshots. I turned the hood off, the HUD, because of screenshots. But yeah, maybe landmarks would be a good idea. I mean, I have to, if I want to take a few screenshots later, I just turn them off. Where is that? Is that in this accessibility? No, is it in MISC? No. Data? Camera? Camera. Where? Head up mode, toggle, instrument view mode. Where is it? Traffic data. Hello, Igwig, aboard go around. I'm looking for the setting to turn on the points of interest. And go there and see the Exeter Stones with Kimberly in September of 2020, but we decided not to go because of the bullshit outside. Yeah. Oh, Externsteine. It's very nice. No, the nameplate is for the planes. Is it in... Where the... It's not in sound. Oh. No, we don't want the plane. We don't need that. What the fuck? Where the hell is this? And Egwick doesn't know either. Yeah, no, no shit, man. Maybe I need to turn the HUD on. And then... No. I can't remember when I've turned them off. I turned them off specifically because to have nicer screenshots. Wait, I'm just gonna Google this. Flight simulator POI display. Okay, toggle the POIs. We don't have a kneeboard with a map. What kind of pilot? I'm gonna show you what kind of plane I'm flying in a second. You will know why. Where the hell? So, oh shit. Yeah, it is the bush planes, the Cub, Savage Cub. Where the hell is that? Why can't I Google that? Is it just the HUD? If I turn the HUD on. No, that's the instruments. Oh, hell, developer mode? Okay, no, we don't want that. I wonder what that is. I have to play one with that. Somebody help me. Somebody Google this. I'm obviously too dumb. It has to be in fucking camera. Wait. On my way. Thanks. This is driving me insane. Wait. Oh, maybe it's not. Look, maybe it's not in here. Maybe it's in assistance. I think it's in assistance. Sorry, it's here. I'm sure it is here. Navigation aids. Yes, city markers. Sorry to chase you, Stefan. POY markers. Airport markers. Right. Okay. Here we go. So now we know where we are. I was kind of happy with going in like this, but you're probably right. This might be a good idea. Right. Yeah. Oh, the wife just came home. I'll have to close that door. Did she? Yeah, she did. What happened here? Did I zoom in? Like, what the hell? Okay. Where exactly are we? We are going from Düsseldorf, which you see in the map is Echo Delta Delta Lima, to Hamburg, which is Echo Delta Delta Hotel, and we're in the middle of fucking nowhere. Probably somewhere. Oh, she's closing the door. That's very, very nice. Well, she came home earlier than we thought she would. But we have no markers. Why is that? Because the HUD's still off. Is that? Give me a second. You near Echo Delta Delta Victor? Well, near, relatively speaking. That's Hanover. So we're going into the northern part of Germany. I wonder now if I actually have to turn the HUD on, because we're still not seeing anything. Let's do that. Okay, no, I don't think we have to turn that on. Because why are there no markers? Because maybe there is nothing here. Is that maybe it? Okay, I'm gonna turn the HUD back off because that's annoying me. Sorry about all of this. Turn the HUD back off. It's my first time streaming this. We're just figuring all this out. Yeah, there are no POIs, probably. Because it's the middle of fucking nowhere, that's why. Anyway, let's keep going here. Otherwise we'll never make it. Get back on course, fam. How are you doing, Ikwik? What's happening in your neck of the woods? Drinking. Well, that's good. I'm still drinking coffee, although I might switch to something stronger in a bit. Although I will need to keep it civil today because I was feeling like I was playing The Witcher last night. I was really feeling like I was getting a cold, but I think I'm over that. Working on Absinthe. Du machst keine halben Sachen, wa? Ah, that is some serious booze, man. Werd nicht blind, says Stefan, which means don't go blind on me here. Okay, so Hanover is somewhere over there. Oh, look how lovely that is down there. That's a golf course, isn't it? That looks very much like a golf course on like a hill. I think I've been there. Oh, we nearly crashed the plane. I think I've been there. Don't get too distracted by scenery. We did that. I was flying with a friend. We were flying these Citation jets. I was like, let's fly a small plane. And he was like, no, let's fly a jet. And we both crashed several times. But we crashed twice, both of us. Because we were looking at scenery and like totally overspent. So Ikwik, look, this is why I have nothing in this plane. There's no space for anything. It's just fucking wires. God, I love this plane. Scenery is important if you're flying by side. That's a good point. Echo Delta Whiskey's Bremen. Then I know where you are in 5 minutes. I don't know. But it looks like where Bremen would be, so... Yes, it is. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're near Bad Essen. Near Bad Essen, mate. That just popped in. Yeah, it does help. I just have to switch it off if I take screenshots. I don't want to have that on the screenshot, you know. And I need some screenshots for like the pause screen. Speaking of the pause screen, I think this is a good... Oh no, we don't want to do that. This is a good moment where we can do that. And I'm gonna play some music for you here in a second because I want to say hello to the wife, and I want to... Ikwik has just given me the idea to go and get a drink as well. So wait, playback. This is right. Ooh, that's loud. Haha. I will say hello to my wife, Ikwik. I will say hello to Katie from you. That is very nice. I'll be back very shortly. Don't go anywhere. Enjoy the break screen with new screenshots. None from Flight Simulator yet, but we'll have those as well. See you in a bit. Oh, that's some first-class elevator music. Igwig, Katie says hello. Says hello back. Asking how you are doing. I said you seem to be doing well. Are we on pause? Yeah, we're on pause. Okay. I'm trying this great Grappa Barrique, which is supposed to actually taste a bit like whiskey, which I got from my dad for Christmas. And I've actually just opened this now. What are you talking about? Can't be Bielefeld. Bielefeld doesn't exist. Warendorf. Yeah, could be. In FS 2020, they're like part of the conspiracy. So maybe it's Bing Maps, right? So it's Bing is part of the conspiracy that says that Bielefeld actually exists, because I think it exists in Bing. It's also in Google. It's like a Silicon Valley conspiracy. Igwig, cheers. Don't be alarmed, people. Your pilot will now imbibe in some lovely grappa. That is good. Which will probably improve the flying. Bad Essen. Bad Essen is like Essen, just it's a healing. What is Bad? How do you translate that in English? Like in Germany we have these towns. Prost, Stefan. That have Bad in front of them, which doesn't mean they're bad. This doesn't mean it's bad Essen. You know, there's Essen and then there's bad Essen. It's like so we were talking earlier about Germany being like an empire and there being kingdoms, right? And they had this. The emperor could actually designate certain towns as like, I don't know, like healing. You know, you have like special hot water sources or whatever you'd have there, you know, like springs, hot springs or something. It's a weird concept, and they're still very proud of that and still have that in front of their name. It's like good air quality. They have holy water. Yeah, or that. I have no idea. It's a very German thing. It's really silly. Like the air quality thing is idiotic, right? Because it's like it's not like you can influence that, right? If there's like a steelworks like 500 kilometers away and it just moves over, it's like, I mean, yes, the Ruhr area used to have really shitty air quality. Look, that's another canal down there. Right, see, there's a canal boat, and that doesn't look like a river to me. This looks like a canal. Maybe that's the Mittelland Canal. The Mittelland Canal goes through Hanover, right? And we're now basically on the same is that latitude? Latitude? On the same I should know that. I'm a pilot. Not an actual pilot. Yeah, so that's the Mittelland Canal. Yeah, it's also bigger. See, it's a lot bigger. It's a thingy. God, I love this little bush plane. We'll have to go in one stream. I'm going to go to Australia. I'm going to take off in Gympie, where I used to live. We're going to all the places where I used to live. And we're going to do some bush flying. Actually, in Gympie, I took off at the airport once in a glider. That was part of my thing to get rid of my fear of flying. That actually helped a lot. I was actually allowed to fly the glider. That was interesting. Don't you fly a little bit too fast? Yeah, well, you shouldn't be. I have all the failures off, so I'm kind of... See, the cylinder head temperature gauge is obviously not working at all because that's at 0. Maybe it's broken now because the motor is... You're supposed to be like up to 150, I think, you know, in the green range. But I'm trying to get there. Yeah, I can throttle it down a little bit. I'm also going too high. But yeah, they should... those dials should all be in the green. Never mind, you're doing well. Actually, no, I think I'm a bit too fast. But you know, it's not. I don't think it's gonna break the. I don't think I'm on a level of realism where that could break the plane. We're trying not to get the airspeed into the red because I definitely broke the plane like that before. That would be really annoying, because then I'd have to refly all this. What's that big lake there in front? That's not the Steinhuder Meer, because that is south and east of Echo Delta Delta Victor. So I don't know what that is. It's bloody big. Also love hands-on flying. Oh yeah, so you're right. It's not south. It's west, and yeah, it's west of Hanover Airport, right? Yeah, that's actually, you can see it on the map. It's that big. It's a lake in Germany. I think it's an artificial lake. It's called Steinhuder Meer. Meer meaning sea. So it's like the Steinhuder Sea because it's so big. I think that it's artificial. I think that's from the salt mining, possibly. Oh look, we've got another mountain, little mountain range coming up. Only the island is artificial? Okay. I thought that they dug that out as well. Maybe I'm wrong. So with those wind turbines, actually the photo... What is happening now? The photo is actually a bit better, so it's, you don't see like the photo of the wind turbine on the ground. That's handy. The photo was taken from another angle. Actually, now I'm actually too... Why am I so slow? Am I going up again? What's going on? Why did the plane... Oh, the flaps. Oh, my stick's doing shit. Again, the flaps extended themselves. I really need to get the new HOTAS, but really I don't have any money right now, so... Wilhelmstein, yeah, that's the island in the Steinhuder Meer. So what's that thing in front of us? That lake. What the fuck's that? And where's Bremen? Bremen should be close there. There. Where am I heading? Actually. Well, you can't really see Hanover because the sun's over there. So Ikwik, I was showing this before, but I don't think you were around. See how I'm holding the stick at this angle the whole time to keep the plane straight? Like, if I let it go, it goes like this. And I have to hold it like this all the time to keep the plane steady. It's added realism. I've been doing this for 2 hours now. Holy crap. Oh, that's some kind of medieval, like monastery or something down there. Actually, no, we're very slow, going very low here. No, not that fast. Just want to go level now, right, like this, and then we should be in the green. That looks like I've been here before as well on the motorbike. Der Dümmer. Der Dümmer See? Oh yes, there's always north of the Dümmer deep holes. There's always there's a sign on the highway I always laugh at because Dümmer means dumber in German. So it's the Dummer Lake. Well, it's good to have somebody from Lower Saxony in the chat. Tell us what's what here. Come on now, you're a bit too slow. Pick it up. Pick it up, little cub. Come on. Actually, I like that. don't really need the ATC window at the moment anyway. Give me a second here. Get rid of the mouse pointer. I'm using Google Maps. Really need the Thrustmaster Warthog. Really like that. Would also like to have that. The Warthog has one problem though, which is it doesn't have. So I'm on that like I'm controlling yaw like this, right? I have a twist. The Warthog doesn't have that. So if you want to fly a plane like this with the Warthog, you also need pedals, right? It's not a problem. You'll be using pedals then, yes, but that means you not only need to buy the Warthog, which is not cheap, you also need to buy pedals. It's more immersive. Yeah, but I don't know. I kind of like the joystick twist jaw. I'm kind of. I like how that actually handles, to be honest. Pedals is then another thing, you know, that's under your desk all the time. It's also very expensive. So I think I would just. I was thinking of getting the Warthog, but I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. I would just get this. So this is an X55. I think I would just get the X56, which is the new one. It's basically Alexa, fly me to Hamburg. Right. AI pilots, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Wait, let me see some. Come on. Just wanted to check something. Plane immediately going off course. Katie was like, how can you talk to me? Can you pause in that game? And I'm like, yeah, active pause. It's amazing. Mouse pointer, go away. Also because this plane doesn't have autopilot, like I wouldn't be able to like leave. It would immediately crash. I learned small planes follow landmarks like the Autobahn. Well, you can do that. That's a way of navigating. But, you know, you can also go by GPS. And, you know, many pilots just have an iPad open with a map. Stop doing that, stick.
Bremen Center, Savage Delta.
Oh,
Echo Foxtrot,
we
Alpha
are,
Bravo, 1,400
we're talking to Bremen now. Bremen, sorry.
Savage Delta, Echo Foxtrot, Alpha Bravo, Bremen Center. Continue
Bremen.
as planned. Altimeter tree, 0-42.
Bremen. Shouldn't I? Okay, shouldn't I be acknowledging that? Full readback required? Ah! Where's the wind? Christ. This is how I navigate. When you fly a plane, like a real plane. Show us the donkey. What donkey? What? What are you talking about? Oh my god, this is Niedersachsen now. Look at this. This fucking says fuck all. It's just people, cows and a few pigs. Oh, the Bremer Stadtmusikanten. Ich hab Grappa, aber danke. Oh, the wife wanted to bring me wine. That is very lovely. Yeah, so the Bremer Stadtmusikanten are like the... aren't they in the central square? It's like this statue. For some reason, it's like a... It's like a cat on a donkey and a rooster on the... It's like some weird medieval story. I've never understood this. Here around Lüneburger Heide we have sheep. Yeah, it's a city town hall. Hello. Hall. Hello. Speaking of sheep, anyway, wait a second. I'm gonna have to pause here again. 1 second. If you are from the Lüneburger Heide, you will appreciate this because I have a Heidschnucken sheepskin, which I'm currently not using because it's too warm. Actually, it's getting colder again, so I call her Matilda, and she's very warm and cuddly and lovely. So she lives on my couch, but often she also warms me. Anyway, let's keep flying. We're never gonna make it at this rate. Esel, Hund, Katze, Hahn oder so. So a donkey, a dog, a cat, and a rooster on top of each other. It's some weird kind of fetish thing. I've never understood this Bremer Stadtmuseum. It's like, that's another thing of this local patriotism in Germany. Every little city needs to have something. Right? So they need, no matter how ridiculous it is, it's like their thing. It's like they're putting. So usually we have these town signs when you drive into a town in Germany. It's like these yellow signs, right? And they just used to say the name of the city, and then if it was part of a county, it said the county below that. But now it always has to say, so because some cities said something special, like Hamburg being a Hanse city, it always said Hansestadt Hamburg. And now every city has something like Rheinkreis, whatever, and it's getting ridiculous. Everybody needs their own little thing. What? What are you citing there? Is that part of the thing? God. But I never really. I'm not a. Being like a Wahlhamburger, so somebody who likes to live in Hamburg who's not born there, but I'm not a fan of Bremen. Like they're the biggest, two biggest Hanse cities, so they're rivals. Hamburg and Bremen, very rivalry. We have the Ruhr Rulde in Celle. Everybody has fucking something. Like even Duisburg has like, I don't know what the Mercator or something. The Roulade? The what? The Ruhr Roulade? Oh, what was the thing they have in Hanover? The fucking the drink. What's it called? You have a corn and a beer and you like drink both of it together. What was that called again? Damn, I forgot already. It's been a while since I lived there. Look at that down there. What the fuck's going on there? Just cutting down trees. Lütjelage, exactly. That's it. So you have like, they have these special glasses. You have a glass of beer, blonde beer, and you have corn, which is a clear spirit, schnapps, and you drink both of it together, so it flows into your mouth together as something. Iquick says, I had this once. Everybody who's been to Hanover had this, I think. I don't like it. I actually liked it. Although usually corn and beer is not my thing. Like in the Ruhr area, we have this thing called Herrengedeck, which is basically you order a Herrengedeck. You get a beer, you get a Pilsner, and you get a corn. But there you drink it afterwards, I think. Just not together. Everybody has to have that little fucking thing. It's ridiculous. So Hanover is somewhere there, in the bright of the sky. We're again in the yellow here. I'd say, wow, you can hear like the plane vibrating. It's pretty awesome. I'd say let's go lower down, but there's fuck all there. There's like nothing to see. Should probably take a little detour here and go towards Bremen, because it's the only thing that there is that's there. So what is Ruhrroulade? You should have told me this when I lived near Celle. I lived in Isernhagen, which is like basically, I would go to Celle for ice cream on my motorbike. A Donsdorf UL. What's UL? Donsdorf UL. Is it like an airfield? Like a military base? What's UL? I know what the roulade is. I don't know what that is in English. It's a strip of meat that you roll up and you put shit inside. We have that in the Ruhr area. My grandma used to make. Awesome. Yeah, pickles. Yeah, stuff. Bacon. What's Donsdorf UL? What's the UL stand for? Oh, so it's raw. Ooh. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. There has to be some really prime beef. Yeah, I mean, I eat raw meat. I eat Mettbrötchen, but like it's like minced meat's a bit different than I actually have a piece of meat. It's the same with steak. Like if I have a really, really raw steak, it like has to be like awesome meat. Otherwise, it's like if it's a little bit tough, it's not really like nice. I don't know. I also don't know why raw pork is worse. You know, mincemeat just like you don't really. The quality doesn't get into it so much. You don't notice it that much. I mean, you can get bad diseases from both of them. I learned that in Australia. What kind of weird diseases you can get from eating raw meat. Oof. You can have these worms that like lay eggs and then they migrate to your liver. It's not nice. Oh, well, you know, hepatitis E and other viruses inside the pork, you can get that. Believe me, you can get that from beef as well. I don't know, it's probably not in Germany, but in Australia, beef is very susceptible to these parasites. When Katie was back when she was studying in Düsseldorf, she was studying under a guy who was like, they call him the Parasitenpapst in Germany. He's like the look at this. This is like a swampy area. He's like the foremost expert on like parasites. When I was still in school, I would go to university. We had this thing where you could like when you were in last year of school, of high school, you could get like they would exempt you from lessons if you went to university, and you know it was like kind of preparation. And I would always go to Düsseldorf University to you know, basically meet Katie, but I also saw her like lectures, and those parasite lectures, man. Like in Africa, when they have those things that are in your eye, like, and they had like videos of guys that didn't have anesthetic, but they had like cocaine, so they gave them cocaine and then cut out the worm with a knife. Like they basically cut open your eye and then put pincers in there and pull out like this worm that is like half a meter long. You're like, what the fuck? Hello, Black Crow. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in ages. I don't think I've ever seen you on Twitch. So I need to stream flight simulators to get you over here, right? I think Black Crow, you do a lot of FSX, don't you? Anyway, what was Stefan saying? Google about problems with raw pork. Man, I know about... Still, you're not getting me off the Mettbrötchen. Well, yeah, but like the bad quality of how they, you know, keep the pigs and that's just like German media going. going off on a topic because it's a meme. You know, it's not like the beef industry is doing that better. Especially now with like coronavirus, which broke out in one of those meat packing plants. Now they're going after that, all of that. It's been like this for like 20 years. Nobody cared. Explain. Oh, sorry, Blacker. I didn't want to insult you there. See, I was saying earlier how I have like 2,000 hours in Explain. I'm not blaming your raw roulada. I'm just saying like an actual piece of raw meat for me to eat that. I mean, I like it. It just needs to be good meat. That's all I'm saying. If it's tough, like if it's cooked, it's I can get over that. But if it's raw, it gets a bit gaggy. We have more important problems. Where the hell is Bremen? I can't see it. It's not that smart. What is this swampy area we're going over here? What is this? It's very interesting. Is this like the military base that burned down? You know, a few years ago, where like the Bundeswehr was like shooting stuff in the summer, and they said like these huge their training areas, just like this peaty land, and they shot like artillery and they put it all on fire, and then the Bundeswehr fire brigade tried to put it out and didn't call the real fire brigade because they were too proud or whatever. Because they're the military, and then it burned like for a year or something. Because by the time they called the real fire brigade, they couldn't do anything about it. Black Crow, brother-in-law of a beef farmer. That is awesome. Oh my god. In Australia, Katie had a friend she was working with, and they kept cows. And one time they had just killed a cow, and they had like all these freezers full of beef. They were like, can you come over? We can't eat all this beef. And I was like, oh my god, it's like fresh beef. It was so good. So good. Yeah, we have to visit you. I need some more beef in my life. Anyway, you think Bremen is still a way to go? Oh, here we go. Oh. I thought you were Bremen, sorry. Oh, it's Bremen Center. Right. I'm saying Bremen now too. Shit.
Savage Delta, Echo Foxtrot Alpha Bravo Bremen approach, continue as planned. Altimeter tree, 0.42.
By the way, I do have a correct call sign, right? Delta for Germany, Echo, first letter being for planes under half a ton. Which this should be correct. Blutwurst after slaughter. See, Blutwurst is not something I'm a fan of either. In the UK, that would be black pudding. Black pudding. My grandma loves Blutwurst. Basically the same thing. We just call it Blutwurst. Never been a fan of that. I eat pretty much anything. I've tried it, but my parents taught me to. When I was a kid, they were always, you have to try everything. When you tried it, you can say you don't like it, and then you don't have to eat it anymore. But you have to try it at least once, which I always thought good. Can't eat beef anymore. Oh, you started getting. How do you say that? Gout? That's shit. Oh, that's shit, man. That is shit. No, it's Is it Gicht in German? Wait, I mean, you still could eat meat, but it makes it much worse. So yeah, that is shit. That is, damn, man. Let's talk about something else. Is your liver okay? Let's talk about booze. Cheers. I'm drinking this very nice grappa that I got from my dad. Oh wait, what? Where are we going? Okay. Which is very nice. Got that for Christmas. Let's open that today. It's a minor miracle that it survived this long without being opened. Where the hell is okay, we're going higher up here. I want to know where the fuck Bremen is. Head to 11 o'clock. I'm heading to 11. I'm heading right towards it. Oh, I think I can see it now. Yeah, there it is. Okay, still we're going a bit higher. I want to see where the hell we are. You're gonna get some cider. That sounds amazing. Do that, man. And I'm aware I should be drinking while I'm flying, but hey. I'm taking a loose approach to simulation. As I said before, if you want to see somebody who really wants to do this, follow Katie Pilot with an IE. Wait, gonna shout her out again. No, that works. Don't crash on me. Don't crash on me. Don't crash on me. I'm just shouting out somebody, please. Thank you. Why doesn't that work? Okay, here we go. Does that work now? Is that command still broken again? What the fuck? Today really isn't my day. Wait. Shout out Katie Pie. Helps if I spell it correctly. Come on. Oh god, it was broken before, wasn't it? Anyway, follow Katie Pilot. She's an A320 pilot. She knows what she's doing. It's amazing. I enjoyed her stream very much when I saw it the other day. Fuck you, Nightbot. I'm gonna have a good talking to you. So that's Bremen, right in front of us there. Bremen! Sorry, it's Bremen! Fuck! You got vaccinated yesterday. Okay, do you have... what's that fucking tower? What the hell is that tower? That looks like a bug. Do you have side effects already? My grandma, who's 99, has her like appointment in April. That tells you how good it's going in Germany. Only headache. Well, that's something. As long as you still have taste. I don't really know anybody who's got it bad. I watch all these Twitch streamers who are like, "Oh, I got, I've got it now," and they just keep streaming. It's like, "Oh, I can't taste anything today." Dead arm and bruising. Ooh, that's interesting. I just learned from a Twitch streamer who got COVID toe. Apparently, it's a side effect you sometimes get when it's like you have like it's like frostbite almost, like on your toes. What is that fucking tower? That looks like this elevator test tower, but that's in Baden-Württemberg. This looks like a bug, right? Does Bremen have a... That looks like a fucking like apartment tower, but it's like in the middle of nowhere. It's like an airfield? That's not an airfield. There's no fucking airfield around there. Like, what the hell is that? That's a bug, right? What the fuck's that supposed to be? The fuck is that? I mean, that... It's not inconceivable that something like this would exist, but not here. Like, we're in the middle of fucking nowhere here. There's nothing around that. It's just like trees. That's not very realistic. Oh god, we need more speed. Can't tell, you're quite pixelated. I'm pixelated? Okay. That must be Twitch being shitty. It's all good on my end. At least that's what OBS is telling me. Yeah, maybe it's just, you know, Twitch. Twitch is having lots of issues recently. Anyway, let's go try find Bremen here. Close that window. Can't see fucking anything. Can't fucking see anything. Oh, yeah, it's on low quality. Well, okay. But this is very much a... That was a bug. That was not supposed to be there. I have to go flying in the UK. A bit, since that they fixed that in that update. Like they fixed a lot of things by hand there. Germany is still very much shit. We'll see when we get to Hamburg. I can point out all the mistakes they made there. There was a 200 story building in Australia. Well, there are 200 stories, maybe not. It's just there are quite a few skyscrapers in Sydney, but yeah, if it's in the middle of nowhere. The levels of a building are from OpenStreetMap. Really, they're not in Bing. Bing doesn't have that, and then the arrows. Okay, I mean, it's amazing to me how good this works, right? I mean, they're populating data all over the world. Okay, so I don't think that's Bremen. Is that Bremen? Is the airfield so far outside the city? Well, let's fly over that so we can tell. Is that Bremen? Is that big enough? Is the river there? Well, it could be, right? Saw videos by your old co-worker Bernsen. He was talking about that. What was he talking about? He is in Bremen, isn't he? Yeah. Johannes. Oh, Bremen's more north. Okay, so this is something else. Right. It just cracks me up that he changed his name. Well, he married and he changed his name. He used to be called Maurer, Johannes Maurer. And Bernsen is just... he's the senior video producer of Heise. Lovely guy. I love him. It's just Bernsen is still new to me. Even though it's been years. It's been like 2 or 3 years now. Yeah, Johannes. Video Johannes, as we called him. There's also like a bit of a... Oh, we need more power. Bit of a texture bug down there, it seems like. Okay, so they pulled that from OpenStreetMaps. Oh, okay, yeah, so interesting. Well, it's surprising how well it worked, really. Black Crow will know that. I was talking earlier about how, you know, for X-Plane, years ago I had like this southern UK scenery pack, which came like on 16 DVDs, I think. That was already amazing, but this is a lot better. You need a bit of right rudder trim. Yes, see, Black Crow, this doesn't have rudder trim. There's no trim on the rudder. So I'm holding the stick like this the whole time, right? Like I'm holding it like this because the plane keeps drifting. Also the the vertical trim is like really fiddly, and I haven't gotten that to set up correctly. Bit of lead in your right boot then. Yeah, we need some weight. That's the wind. Like this plane weighs 400 kilograms empty, right? It's like all like fabric, but the wings, everything's like fabric. Just look around in this. It's like that's the fuel gauge there. That's the other one there, and I think we're crashing. Yeah, can't be doing that. Otherwise, we'll overspeed and then. And also we're missing Bremen, I have a feeling. Is it over there? I think it's over there. Down in front of you, Bremen. Ah, yes, down there. There it is. That looks big enough. So I'm deviating from the course here a bit to have a look at Bremen, and so we're gonna throttle down here. I love this plane. It's so nice and cute. Actually, speaking of fuel. How much fuel we got left? Oh, yeah, 42%. Good that I, like, overrode the default, just have the tank half full setting, otherwise we would have crashed already. Because really I can't be asked to, you can't really read that fuel gauge, to be honest. Ah, here we go. Bremen. Hansestadt Bremen. So the airport is out there a little bit. Whoop, 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 whoop. That looks like it has some building errors. Oh God, come on. Yeah, I'm just learning the ropes on this plane. I read some stuff and they were recommending it because it's very light and it's basically it's as close to VTOL as you can get with the stock planes. It's like very, very easy to take off and land on a very short strip of runway, which gives me a lot of extra runway to practice with, and it's very sturdy as well. You can recognize a lot of stuff around. Well, yeah, I believe him. He lives there. I can only show you Düsseldorf and Hamburg. So, it looks quite good. Where's the, it's probably further out. Like, where's the, oh yeah, that's the motorway, is it? Is that? No. No, that's too much in the city. Where am I going? Okay, let's go. Let's get back on course here. Show us the Herbertstraße in Hamburg. Go over Reeperbahn. See if we can spot some hookers from the air. Have they got a good twatter? What's a twatter? Yeah, we could try to find St. Pauli. I mean, that's a good thing about this plane too. It's like you can go very low and you can go relatively slow and you can look at things. Twin Otter. Don't know. Is that short for Twin Otter? Twatter. I'd never heard. Yeah, I know what a Twin Otter is. That's a lovely plane. I did fly a little bit in the King Air. That is a lovely plane model. We're gonna look at that at some stream. That is just amazing. But the next plane after this, once I graduated from this, will probably be the Extra. I love the Extra. Oh, you mean like hookers are out of COVID restrictions? I don't know. I know that there was a lot of red light activity going on in Hamburg during the lockdown. Lots of the book stuff. Oh god, this is lovely. Give me a second here. I'm gonna pause for another screenshot, I think. What? Stop doing that! Okay, right. Get rid of you. So now we can have that. So we can get rid of the mouse pointer. I don't know any other way of doing that. And then let's put the map in again. Go. Oh god, it keeps moving it. It's just annoying. No, we want to do that. We want to zoom out a little bit. Here we go. And then undo pause. Let's put the power on again. Get towards Hamburg here. Follow some sex workers on Twitter. They aren't working right now. Well, if they were working off the books, they wouldn't be telling that on Twitter, would they now? Yeah, don't worry about the typos. Mobile, I understand. The whole Brexit vaccine ready thing must have been biggest effing fluke in history. Yeah. Or it was all planned. Maybe it's just a fucking good script, Black Crow. Oh, 65-inch TV in the mobile to chat. Yeah, I know that. I do that often as well when I'm on the TV. I'm using chat only on the phone. Yeah. But then, yeah, you have the autocomplete keyboard fucking up. I know your pain. Well, if the DC rioters were stupid enough to stream an insurrection, or that was also a very good script. Who knows? I have no idea these days. Who the fuck knows? It's all so crazy, to be honest. I'm actively avoiding reading news these days if I can. You know, it's a bit hard in my job, but if I can, it's just better. You just feel better. It's better for your health. You'd have to be an American to be that dumb, I suppose. I don't know, man. There's dumb people in our two countries as well. They're very dumb people in the UK, judging from my experiences in pubs in London. And there are certainly very dumb people in Germany. Yeah, the guy who just people who take pictures of like skeleton keys or whatever. And I mean, I follow like several infosec accounts whose only thing is retweeting people who tweet pictures of their like new credit cards, because you know how you can do like graphics on credit cards now, you can put photos on it and whatever. They're like, look at my new credit card. Yep, you're gonna have to get a new credit card now because you just posted it on Twitter with the number and everything. You fucking idiot. And then some people are like, oh, what does the backside look like? And they're like tweeting the backside, and you're like, oh, you put the CVV as well. Holy shit. This is the Weser, I'm guessing. We're crossing the Weser now. They dumped a slave owner statue in the river in my hometown. Was it Churchill? They kick a Churchill statue down. Oh, you work for the Justice Department. You can only shut your head. Oh, so you no shit. You're working in JVA Celle then, I would be guessing. You don't have to say yes. In Bristol. What statue was it? You're an IT guy. OLG-Zelle. Oh, Oberlandesgericht. IT. Huh. Cool. Wait. Is this Bremen? Yeah, I mean, I have the map zoomed. I think this is Bremen. I don't know what the fuck we went by earlier, but I don't think that was Bremen. I think this is Bremen. Hello, welcome to Geography with Fab. Where we're glad that Fab is not a pilot because he can't tell cities apart from the air. And he's too stupid to read a map. Statue of Colston, who's a slave owner. Who tried to clean up his image by funding charities. Well, you know, but then also they tried to kick like statues of Churchill down, who is literally the guy. Well, not really. The guy who beat the Nazis was Stalin, to be honest, but close enough. They also like vandalized statues of Bismarck in Germany. We're like, you have no historical understanding whatsoever, people. Pretty much the problem with history is, right, okay, let's get back to history. I'm on the fence about church. I'm on the fence about all this shit because let's get back to history with Fab. Pretty much, if you study history, you learn if you apply current morality values to any historical figure, they will come up short because things were just different back then. I mean, you shouldn't use that to excuse anything. Right, so taking down Nazi statues, you know, that was a good thing after the war, but still, you know, Lincoln wasn't exactly against slavery, right? And then there's this belief that, you know, they fought the war to like abolish slavery, which is totally bullshit. You know, there were other political reasons, and that was just the reason that they used, you know, because it was good propaganda reason, and it ended up in the history books. So it's like this simplified. I think this is Bremen. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? Why is there no POI marker? What's going on there, Flight Simulator? Anyway, let's go towards Hamburg. I know my geography when we get there, hopefully. My view is that statues are... Oh, Weser Wumme! Oh, the Wumme! My view is that statues are in themselves an attempt to change and cleanse history. Well, yeah, not so much change history. It's just to solidify the your view of history, right? So you gotta understand that our view of history is not correct, right? It's not objective, because nothing is objective that humans do. Whatever ends up in history is history is written by the victors. That is, to a large extent is true. Let's take the Romans, right? So the Romans are the basis of all of our cultures. Like, without the Romans, we wouldn't have roads, we wouldn't have aqueducts, we wouldn't have toilets, we would have fucking nothing. That is, everything's like based on, everything that we got back in the Renaissance was based on Roman culture. So they did a huge thing about civilization, like for civilization in general. On the other hand, they were mass murdering fucking, they just conquered other people with no regard for their culture, just assimilated everything. Like, for current morality standards, the Romans were like, the Romans, they weren't better than the Nazis much. Like, they killed people because they were from other cultural backgrounds, basically. They didn't kill as many people as the Nazis, but the only reason was they didn't have the advanced weaponry, and also there weren't so many people around, right? But like 2,000 years later, we actually see them in a positive light, and all the Roman artifacts and statues and the Colosseum and all this shit and Cologne, is just, to us, is something we actually like. It's like, the Cologne Cathedral, it's like the Catholic Church. Just imagine how many people in its like 2,000-year history, the Catholic, or not really 2,000, but you know what I mean. In its, for better or worse, like 1,000-year history or longer, the Catholic Church killed, like the fucking Crusades, right? I mean, you're like, oh, a jihad is bad, but the Crusades is good. Like, it's the same thing. It's religion. It's killing people for religion en masse. Like, what the hell? This is actually very nice. I'm gonna stop my historical rant and take a screenshot here. We should stop the political talk. Better put up new statues of current people who can be more sure of the facts. The thing is, we really can't, right? That's the thing, because I've been thinking about this a lot recently, and okay, I'm going to turn the POI markers back off again. They're never on when we need them anyway. Like, if you think about current things, you think, okay, now our understanding of history is wait, let me just see that I turn off the right stuff here. Is we're more sure of, right? Because we have better sources and everything. But actually, it's exactly nothing has changed, because now we have better access to, like, let's call it facts, right? We have the internet, but because anybody can publish anything on the internet, we actually don't know if our facts are facts. So it's like, we have a different problem. Now we have too much information, and we still can't be sure of any of it. It's like, actually not that much has changed. What? IKEA? No, I can't. I'm not going to Google anything. What? Can you give me a quick... you mean the IKEA founder? I know about him. I know about, like, his history. I mean, there's so much... I mean, why is Porsche not a problem? They built, like, the tanks for the tanks for the Wehrmacht, right? Hugo Boss made the fucking the concentration camp the Nazi uniforms and the concentration camp uniforms, right? VW, Volkswagen is literally the Beetle is literally the Adolf Hitler car, right? But it's a beloved cultural icon of Germany. It's just like, It's hypocrites. It's hypocrites everywhere. Maybe we can be sure of Darwin and what he achieved. Well, I don't know. Isn't that also like I don't know if I'm completely right, but I think that's another one of these things where actually somebody else did a lot of the work and he just wrote the book. I mean, he didn't like come up with the theory of evolution by himself. Pretty sure about that. Everything in history is fucked. Everything's gray. There's nothing like good or bad. Like the more you look into it, the more you figure out that this thing. Like one of my favorite things recently was like, you know, the Kursk, the tank battle of Kursk, which was apparent like for a long time like the history. There was a certain understanding of history of how the Red Army won that and what the Nazis did and whatever. And some guy recently just wrote a paper, some historian, and basically figured out that a large part of it is just a myth. And the way he did it is like he looked at where it actually took part. You can like where that happened. You can still see the landscape, like on Google Earth, right? He basically got those satellite pictures and compared them to the pictures that were in the Wehrmacht's archives, which the Russians took over and which were unclassified just like a couple of years ago. And he compared that, and then he basically figured out that a lot of what we thought was historically correct was like Soviet army propaganda, basically, and because they had the archives locked, and you know they had gotten a lot of the Wehrmacht reconnaissance photos when they basically captured them. There's so much stuff like that. It's amazing. That is a beautiful little river down there. Where the hell are we going? What river is that? Anyway, I'm trying to read chat without crashing the plane. This will be hard. I saw a documentary show about Darwin. He did it himself. There was a competitor, but they didn't know each other, and the other guy was afraid of publishing his theories. Okay. Two people got that at the same time, but Darwin did more to realize evolutionary pressure. There was a relationship between random mutations, but okay. I mean, one thing that is amazing to me is if you look into who invented the computer, right? There's like the British are saying they did it, and the Germans are saying they did it, because the Germans are saying Leibniz invented the computer because he basically did a very early like calculation machine, which is technically a computer. In the word of it's a machine that computes. Konrad Zuse, that's the other one where the Germans say they invented it, and then there's what Babbage in the UK, and then there's like who wrote the first computer program, and then it's supposed to be Ada Lovelace, but then if you're like, well, the things that Leibniz weren't those things computer programs as well? It's just like, and it's all right? Yeah, Babbage and Lovelace, except if you're German and you say it's Leibniz and Zuse, and both things are right. It just depends on how you I remember we were talking with Black Crow will remember from Linux Outlaws. I was talking with Dan about this for a long time. It just depends on how you define what a computer and a computer program is, right? So there's so many things in history where you go like he was the first guy or the first woman to do this, and then you said, if you define it a little bit different, there's actually this guy, and it was probably the Chinese anyway with everything else. No, Leibniz didn't get that cookie. That's another Leibniz. Oh, they're probably related, I think, because that was like a very big aristocrat family. The Italians. Oh, here we go. What's going on?
125.1 for Savage Foxtrot Alpha Bravo.
I like Savage. Savage Fab. I'm Savage Fab. That fits. Oh, don't crash.
Enter Foxtrot Alpha Bravo Bremen Center. Continue as planned. Altimeter tree 0.45.
I mean, the Italians got screwed on a lot of things. Leonardo da Vinci invented a hell of a lot of shit that other people later claimed they invented. Didn't he like technically invent the submarine, but he didn't build it because couldn't be asked or something, or didn't get enough money from the king, something like that. Yeah, radio, that was, what was his name again? We had that in the ham radio course. God, can't remember. What's that guy's name again? Marconi, yes. The Marconi telegraph. Remember that? What the hell is that? Is that an air... Why is there a light blinking? Why are there buildings on a grass? Is that supposed to be an airport? Why is it not on the VFR map? Miyuki? How do you spell that? Say that for telephone. Miyuchi. Yeah, so, I mean, history is just very grey. And most of the people, and my point is just most of the people knocking the statues down have no fucking clue. They just read something or heard something on the internet and then they believe that, but it's not really, they haven't really formed an opinion for themselves. They haven't really read a lot of stuff. Miyuchi, yeah. Herr Reis. See the German telephone? Pretty much anybody invented the telephone at some point. What is that? A military base? Is that why it's not on the thing? I mean, it should be on the airport map, right? Just in case we have an emergency, need to land there. Speaking of emergencies. Still got a third of a tank here. I think we can make that. Hamburg. How long have we been going? 3 hours. But I feel like I've been on pause for like 1 hour. No, it's not Bergen. Bergen I would recognize. That's also much, much bigger. Been riding past that a lot on the motorbike. Fun fact, nearly got killed by a Challenger 2 main battle tank there once. It was in the evening, it was already getting dark, and there's like that road that has no turnoff, and on the left and the right there's just artillery positions where they basically park the artillery and then they shoot. Actually, they shoot at the area that is close to Celle, right? They shoot from Bergen over like populated areas, and then it impacts somewhere close to Celle. And so I was going along that road, and like there's like woods on the right and the left, and like full speed. I shit you not, like in a 90-degree angle to the road, about 150 meters in front of me, or maybe 200, maybe it was 300. I was going like relatively fast, so it might have been like 300. Like this Challenger tank, right, comes through the woods, over the bank, goes across the road at a 90-degree angle, rotates its turret towards me, and goes into the woods on the other side. I was like, I mean, they weren't looking if somebody was on the road. I would have run into them and be killed. Yeah, on the Guzzi. I still got the Guzzi. Guzzi's doing good. It was having... during driving license, we went into a chain of tanks, the real big ones. I was driving between two of them. Damn, was I anxious. Okay, yeah, a convoy you probably mean, right? There's all these... Oh, I think I see the airport lights of Hamburg there in front of us. There's all these signs. Every town they have there. It's like a sign: don't drive the tank to the town. You have to go around. Yeah, the Guzzi. So the Guzzi had an electronic fault recently. Well, I had to replace last summer. I had to replace pretty much the whole gearbox. Wait a second. I actually have the leftovers as a sort of a art installation. It's just I have 2 more or 3 more on my windowsill here. That's the that's the bearing that seized and basically broke half of the gearbox, and then I had to get that replaced. And then now I had a weird electrical fault where I thought the engine control unit was broken, but it turned out to be just because it was basically pulling 50 milliamperes when the bike was off, and I did some electronics troubleshooting, and it was the ECU like that fuse where only the ECU is attached. But then I realized anything else on the bike, on the motor, right, is connected to the other side of the ECU, and it was basically the clutch. Like there's a switch on the clutch that tells you when the clutch is engaged, and when that breaks, it's connected all the time. So it was draining the battery, and I got that fixed. Now the Goodsee is good again. Yeah, I can't see the airport lights yet. You sure? But it was amazing how the tank was lifting up into the air in the back. Oh yeah. You ordered stuff at C&A? You don't think of Goodsees having ECUs? Well, they have to have now because it has an injection system, right? So the engine on mine is pretty much the same engine they had on the bike in the 70s. Comparable bike. The only difference is it doesn't have it's pretty much the only difference. Well, it's coated with the other difference is they changed some of the materials, and it's actually powder coated the parts, but pretty much they changed the what's the thing that turns the engine on that you have instead of an injection system. I can't remember the English word just now. Anyway, yeah, the Vergaser. I know the German term. I'm trying to think of the no, not the alternator, right? What you have instead of an injection system. It's the thing that mixes the petrol with air. You know what I mean. Anyway, the carburetor. Exactly, that's it. So it doesn't have a carburetor. It has an injection system, and you have to have that because mine's from 2013. So it has Euro 4, I think, or it's Euro 5. So it's the pollution regulation, right? So they can't with a carburetor you can't get the engine efficient enough. So it has an injection system, so it has to have an ECU. It's a relatively simple ECU. Basically, what it does is it has lambda probes, and it basically does the fuel air mixture, and it's just like a hardware board that Moto Guzzi is owned by Piaggio, so the same things in all the big same ECUs in all the big Piaggio scooters. And actually, injection system is quite handy. Right, when you're up on a mountain, you don't have to have a choke and whatever you do.
Savage Foxtrot Alpha Bravo contact Bremen approach on 119.51.
119.51 for Savage Foxtrot Alpha Bravo. Bremen approach Savage Delta, Echo Foxtrot Alpha Bravo 2,000 feet.
Savage Delta, Echo Foxtrot Alpha Bravo Bremen approach, continue as planned. Altimeter tree, 0.42.
I think that's Hamburg Airport ahead of us. There? There's no other airport in that direction. I think that's Hamburg Airport. Sorry, what were you saying, Black Crow? You never got to see my monster Saab, didn't you? No, what kind of Saab do you have? We only met at Ock Camp, I think. Several times, I think, but... Vergaser makes you think of World War II. Well, that's being German. It immediately makes you think of gas chambers. Anything with gas, really. It's a weird German word. No, it's basically what it does. It turns petrol into petrol gas. So it's gassing. It's gassing the petrol. It's just weird word in historical context, and probably just to Germans. Okay. Right. What is all this? Interesting. Well, this is like the fucking. This is like the Badlands outside Hamburg. I mean, the Lüneburg Heath is over there. There's nothing else here either. Big 9.5 estate 2.3 turbo and then an X-Jack engineer and a second turbo. Bore it out to 2.6, remapped it and straightened out the exhaust. 500 horsepower, close to. Wow, sounds amazing. X-Jack engineer. That's a very grand tour. I think that's the A2 down there. We can just probably follow that. Let's go down here. Oh, there's another plane up there. That's pretty cool. No, never saw that. No, I'm sad. I never did. Maybe when all this nonsense is over and I can get like all this nonsense is over, trademark, and I can come over to the UK again. Luckily in Germany petrol is just €1.45 a liter right now. That's a lot. I actually fueled up the T4 for what was it, 89 cents last year. But that was in Hamburg, and Hamburg has the cheapest petrol in all of Germany. I think it's because they bring it in the port. His first job out of college was on TWR Jaguar Le Mans V12. Wow, awesome. TWR, man, good times. Are those still? Are they still around? Is TWR still around? They built those mad sports cars, right? Like carbon fiber bullshit thingies. Back in the day, before she met my dad, my mother had this girlfriend. This making this more interesting, sounding more interesting than it is. This boyfriend who had like a speedboat, and he had like a Lotus Elise, and kept like car racing. And my mom had actually for a long time had a Mini, like the original Mini. Mark 1 Mini, that's the best Mini. No, Tom Walkinshaw was a total crook. Sounds about right. Sounds about right for the UK. Why is the truck faster than you? I don't know. I'm going 150. Shouldn't be faster, but that's airspeed. They also keep disappearing, so I wouldn't. I'm hoping this is the A2, otherwise, I mean, we're going slightly in the wrong direction, but I want to follow it a little bit and see. And also, if we run out of petrol, we can do an emergency landing on an autobahn. He was behind Arrow F1, but then he got caught drug trafficking, as far as I recall. Wow. The A1, okay, I always confuse the A1 and the A2, to be honest. But that's the way I go from home to Hamburg, basically. Drug trafficking. No, this is not the A7. The A7 comes in from Hanover. It's a lot more east. Oh yeah, this is the A1. I know this. See, this is what I was waiting for. Like the parking spaces, the Rastplatz service stations. I know that. I've been to that toilet where the building is down there. I've peed there many times. navigation by P houses. Yeah, that's what I do. This is oh my god, I know what this is called. Is it Wildeshausen? Shit. Anyway, let's put on the speed here a bit more and climb and leave this, because this is gonna join the A7 basically. So it's going in the direction of Rade, and this is we can actually fly more direct here. So yeah, that is definitely Hamburg Airport there. You can already see the North Sea. Yeah. On the left, I think. Might be the horizon. Who the fuck knows? I do that on my way to Croatia. It's a good restroom stop there. I haven't been to Croatia since it was called Yugoslavia. You can't see the North Sea from Hamburg in 1 kilometer height. Well, we're not even. We're like 150. No, not even. We're like 100 feet right now. Was that 1,000? Wait. Yeah, that's 1,000. We're yeah. It's awfully blue there, though. But I think that's just atmospherics. But that is. Not the first lights there, but the second lights is Hamburg Airport, I think. But what's the other part? What's the other one? What's the other airport there? There's no other airport, is there? Who the fuck knows? I like that we turned.
Savage Delta,
Oh.
Echo Foxtrot Alpha Bravo. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Okay. Yeah.
Savage Delta, Echo Foxtrot.
Shouldn't we
Alpha
contact
Bravo
Hamburg
Delta.
Tower now at some point?
Clear through the Charlie airspace.
Oh yeah, you can
Charlie airspace,
you
Savage
can see the
Foxtrot
Elbe
Alpha
there now.
Bravo.
That's the Elbe. Yeah. Oh, that is I know what that airport is. That is God. I have Wortfindungsschwierigkeiten. No, Fuhlsbüttel is Hamburg Airport. That is that's the Airbus. That's the Airbus base. Let's fly over that actually. It's pretty cool. So wait, let me go down a little bit. So this is the Alte Land, and this is the Elbe, and Hamburg is here. That's Hamburg Airport, and that is Finkenwerder. Hamburg Finkenwerder, which is owned by Airbus. That's where the big Beluga goes to from Toulouse. And they actually do final assembly there. I forgot on what plane, but it's pretty cool. So I saw all these like crazy liveries and all these. I did some like flight radar thing when I was in Hamburg, and because I was so close to the airport. And you had all these like funny call signs because they were like testing planes. There was take planes up from Fuhlsbüttel, and then they actually what they do is actually I might have listened to airport radio. Now I never did that because that was illegal. But what they actually do is they take them up from Fuhlsbüttel and they do a flyby from Finkenwerder, and they do a flyby Fuhlsbüttel, so Hamburg Airport. So as you can see, Echo Delta Hotel India, that is Finkenwerder. And Echo Delta Delta Hotel is Hamburg Airport. And they do a flyby over the tower, and they inspect the plane, because it's like the first flight. They inspect the plane visually, and then they fly back and land. That's also where my old Airbus job gets done now that I'm not doing it. You used to work for Airbus? Really? Huh. Forgot about that. Yeah, normal, like a plane landed accidentally there. The passenger just had to use buses to go to Hamburg Airport. Yeah, it happens. They deviate quite a lot of planes there. You know, sometimes when something happens at Hamburg Airport, they will do that. They will actually deviate planes, and then like normal passenger planes land there, and yeah, they'll have to use the buses. So I knew a guy in Hamburg in my old flat, one of my neighbors. He actually worked in Finkenwerder, And then before we left, he also left. He got transferred to Toulouse. They needed like they were building like the new, what's the newest, I can't remember what it was, like the newest Airbus they're building, like the newest plane model. They needed like his expertise. He is fairly high up in the company. And so he got moved to Toulouse, and they paid everything, like all expenses paid. And the A350 XWB, the 350, it was the 350, I'm pretty sure, yeah. So they had like these, like 5 moving trucks or whatever, just like the weirdest thing you've ever saw. Like they spent a lot of money on just moving him over. I loved the Beluga. The Beluga is amazing. You could see the Beluga fly over twice a day. And then, of course, they have the new Beluga, the Beluga XL now, and that was in the news, actually. I think that was in 2020 when that landed the first time in Hamburg. I was still there. I actually watched it from my flat, because they would always go over. They obviously fly over from Hamburg Airport, and that's an amazing plane. The Beluga is fucking amazing. I thought I accidentally closed down the whole A350 design team one morning. What did you do? So this is down here. That's the Alte Land. That is a old country. It's called. It's Dutch settlers settled there, and it's now pretty much it's all apple. It's apple growing country. So you get amazing fresh apples in Hamburg. Katie and me actually they have like these apple farms where you can like you rent an apple tree. We had an apple tree there for a few years, and then you can come for harvest. You go there. And you you leave like with, I don't know, what was it, like 80 kilos of apples, like from one tree. I booked the BA flight from Heathrow A350 1000 to DC last year, but Corona broke my road trip with Kimberly through DC, New York and Niagara Falls. Okay, that was Stefan. Black Crow broke the design team. I uploaded a license file, and 20 minutes later all the phone lines lit up with all A350 engineers freaking out. So we're going to do something that's probably illegal now. And we're going to do a flyover. This is Savage Delta Echo Foxtrot Alpha Bravo requesting to bust the tower at Finkenwerder. Why? What is beeping? Is that I'm in restricted airspace? So see, this is the Airbus airfield. That's the factory, is just a hand. Right, this is like a, this whole thing is like a artificial island in the River Elbe. Outer Marker, maybe. I know I'm doing something pretty illegal here. Yeah, so this is where they put the planes together. It's pretty nifty. It's all the cars, the engineers. I went on that road right around there on the motorbike so often, riding through Altes Land. It's very nice in the summer. Okay, let's follow the River Elbe and go by St. Pauli and onto the harbor, Hamburg Harbor. Let's see how fucked up the scenery is. It already looks pretty shit from here. The fish market, yes. Yeah, it's an artificial island. Pretty much all the islands in like Hamburg Harbor, the thing where the Abfaller Mini is on, that's all artificial island. But we're talking like Middle Ages here, right? I don't know what the Finkenwerder when they built that, but it used to be a harbor, outer part of the harbor as well, I think. Shows the Elfie. I don't think the Elfie is in here, but we'll have a look. That's the Abfaller Mini. That's where the yacht club is. So let's go along here. We're actually flying, in case if you join us later, we're flying with real-world weather via Rex Weather Force. But I'm flying in the middle of the day today because I wanted us to have light, and I can't navigate this plane in the night yet. It's also not the best plane. It doesn't even have strobe. It has a strobe light switch, but if I switch that on, nothing happens. Right? There's a strobe light switch down there, but oh, they have the Heinrich Hertz tower. Oh, now we're getting choppy. It's loading all the Hamburg scenery. Okay, this is not as empty. This is the harbor. They obviously don't have buildings for that. This is all harbor now already. This is where like container ships would be. Down there, that is the historical harbor. There's like all loads of historical ships there. There's a Russian submarine down there. It's all a bit broken in the scenery, as you can see. This is the container terminal, which obviously they don't have any scenery for. There should be like these cranes that are very recognizable. If you've ever been to Hamburg, I've seen pictures. That building there, they've done that right. That triangular building is supposed to look like a cruise ship. Like it's coming in view there now. It actually looks like that. So they did that correctly. Even though it looks broken. Down here, we're coming up on St. Pauli now. I don't think I can go any slower. That is the right ahead of us. On the right is the old Blom and Voss shipbuilding yards. It's actually where I think the Bismarck was built there. Down there, that's St. Pauli down there. We're now flying over the fish market. That is the wait. This is where lots of concerts take place. This is where the fish market is. So this is St. Pauli. The Reeperbahn is there, I think. Not quite sure. Yeah, this is Blom and Voss. They're building the Navy frigates. They're building there. And this is Landungsbrücken. So this is where all the harbor boat ships. Hensler? No, Hensler is that's a restaurant that was over here somewhere. We did the gentleman's ride, the motorbike ride that ended at the Hensler place. Once I think that's closed now. So the Elfi is there. That's the Elfi. That's the tower. Where's the Michel? Now we're gonna go into the city a bit more. Let's do that. Just go over here a bit more. So Reeperbahn is down there. Let's go past the Elfi. Let's go down a bit. So right in front there you see wait. This is the Landungsbrücken. There's lots of museum ships here. New Andy Pants, how are you doing? New PC looking good. Well, it's just a new processor, new mainboard, but we're getting there. Next to the Michel. Okay, I think the Michel shouldn't it be here? Is that supposed to be? No, that's too small. Don't really know. We'll see. Let's go a bit. Oh no, actually Landungsbrücken is here. That's the Landungsbrücken building. Wait. What is that? That's not there. That doesn't exist. Turn left. No, we're gonna go past the Elfi here. Which is exactly down there. This is the wait. Let's go a bit further. This is the Lion King musical tent. The yellow thing. This is where the old Elb tunnel is. So that's the old Elb tunnel building here. Then this is where the old Elb tunnel goes. The new one is below here somewhere. And that's the Elbphilharmonie here. That's the Michel. So it's the famous church. The Heinrich Hertz Tower is a bit fucked, apparently. Let's see, let's not crash the plane. Did you file a flight plan? Well, I filed a flight plan from Düsseldorf to Hamburg, and I'm flying VFR, so I can do whatever I want. I did just bus Finkenwerder, the private Airbus airport, so that was completely illegal. This is a hotel ship. You can spend the night there. Yeah, let's bus the Elfi. Let's go through here to Hafen City. So that's the Elbphilharmonie. Woohoo! Right, screenshot right here. So that's the building they built. It's very famous. It's the Philharmonic Orchestra Hall, and it was much delayed and way too much expensive because artificial islands again. Like this is an artificial island, right? And this is all very sandy ground. This is actually this island here. This is actually where Störtebeker, the famous pirate, was executed. And what they did is, this is a very modern and ingenious structure because this was a grain silo building. Yeah, just 700 million euros overpriced. So this is a grain silo building, right? And they built this very expensive glass thing with like all these glass windows that are handcrafted. And basically when they built this, the statics was fucked. So this kept sinking into the ground. So they had to fill it with concrete and fill it with concrete and fill it with concrete and fill it with concrete. And actually this had like construction cranes on the top. And there's this German comedy, like basically like The Onion, right? This website, and they actually said when they took the cranes down, they actually said on the day it was actually in the news that construction was finished and they took the cranes down. They said they're gonna leave the cranes up because it's now a historic monument. That was hilarious. Right, let's do this again. Take a few more screenshots. I mean, it looks shitty. That's not really how the Elbphilharmonie looks like. Or as we like to in Hamburg like to call it the Elfi. But hey, okay, let's do one here. Okay, have the menu gone. Oh, that's doing that again. Anyway, let's put the map back on so we know where we are. Here we go. Right now the roof looks good, but the site seems wrong. Yeah, but that's because, you know, it's from a photo and they mapped it on it, and I think. Right, so now the hard. Oh, I say what to say Düsseldorf. Now the hard part will be not to crash the plane now. Actually, this is like this is the Hafen City. This is they build a huge hipster. They rebuilt all these historic buildings. They did all this shit, and then nobody lived there because it's all really expensive. And they're gonna build actually. So they're gonna probably. I'm saying they're gonna repeat the problem they did with the Elfi, because on the other side of there's like these bridges here. The Elbbrücken. And on here, they're gonna build a huge tower building. Oh, Black Crow, you've got the the emote. Amazing. Are you actually subscribed? Why didn't I get an alert for that? What's happening? Anyway, were you subbed before? And I just never know. Sorry, I'm just going here into my thing to see. I never got a notification. Oh, channel points. Well, that's good. That's good. Oh, I have to actually set up the channel points. Actually, there's a bridge here, which is which you can get, you can raise. I think it's raised now. There was a car going across. Anyway, they're going to build a huge tower here, which is going to be the highest high-rise building in Germany. But essentially, it's the same sandy ground as the Elbphilharmonie. So I suspect it's going to be as expensive and as delayed because they're going to have the same problem. Yeah. Anyway, let's not crash the plane now. Right? Okay. Good. Right. Let's before I land, so that you can see the Brücken, the Elbe bridges on the right there. And this is actually, there's all buildings there now. This here, this pretty old Bing maps. This is now all buildings on it. They were building that. This is the new cruise ferry terminal. They built. So let's get a bit higher here again. Oh wait. We have to go left. We have to go left here because. Second. Central station over here. It's actually the busiest central station in Germany, even though it's not the biggest. And this is where the Spiegel is. This is Ericusspitze. This is the new Spiegel building. Let's see. Yeah, actually that says Der Spiegel here, right here. So let's go around that. Oh. So that is... Sorry, no, that's not the central station. The central station is this, sorry. This is an art gallery, actually. Now, I don't know what it used to be. That's the Spiegel building. So this is where you come in from train. When you come in from Hanover, you come over here. Did that for many times, commuting. These are metronome trains. Stefan will know them. Mivola. What's Mivola? What am I not getting? So we will now be going past the central station, hopefully without crashing here. And go over the city central. Actually. Oh, we're running out of fuel. I got 20% left, so I hope we make it. Central station down there. Let's go over here. Come on. Don't crash. Mrs. Crow home, so gotta go. But you've got through COVID, okay. Pass my regrets to Katie. I will do. It was nice to see you, Black Crow. Thanks for seeing. I hope we'll see you again soon. And best to you and yours as well. Right, what were we doing? I was gonna show you. So this is the Alster. This is the Innenalster. That's the Außenalster. That's the Innenalster. It's a big lake. The river, the Alster River. Actually, I used to live in Alsterdorf, which is at the Alster, just up there. And this is the main expensive shopping area of Hamburg. This is where the Omega store is. This is where the Tesla store is. This many jewelry stores are there. This is where all the if you have a Lambo or something like an expensive car, you go past there very loudly. Right, what else? What else do we have? That's the wait. Actually, this is a nice picture. Wait. Okay. Get rid of those. And then that. Get rid of the mouse pointer. Can see the Apple Store. Exactly, the Apple Store is here. It's the Apple Store. This is the Alex. This is where all the... We have these little boats that go down the Ulster, that, you know, as a tourist. And this is the Hotel Atlantic. No, wait. Don't... Is it that? Yeah, this is the hotel. This is the big... The shopping center. This is actually the most frequented shopping center in Germany, even though it's not the biggest. But it's like people go through there, so lots of people frequent that just to go through there. The Ulster Arcade, exactly. That's the Hotel Atlantic. That is where what's his face? Panic Panther. What's his name? Help me out here, Stefan. Panic Orchester. What's his name? Udo Lindenberg. Exactly. Hello, Elmar Groll. Nice to see you. I don't think I've seen you before here. Cheers. That's where Udo lives, in a penthouse. Also, Tomorrow Never Dies was filmed in Hamburg. This was James Bond's hotel room there. There's a scene with this assassin in the Hotel Atlantic. Anyway, oh yeah, the Heinrich Hertz Tower actually looks better from up close. That's where the expo, the trade show thing is. We need the map back. Come on, make it straight again. I need to find a better solution for this. Is the tower open again? I have no fucking clue. I've never actually been on the tower. There's like a restaurant up top there, right? Let's go to where I used to live. And then we can land in the airport. So that's so this is Dammtor. This is the second as a smaller railway station. This is like a big hotel. This is there's a conference center. This is where the Chaos Computer Cup Congress used to be. For them, I think they moved back to Leipzig, right, for the last one. Obviously the last one before the pandemic, before it all went virtual. It was closed the last 15 years. That's the Radisson Blue, yeah, that's the hotel. What am I doing? I'm pushing the wrong buttons. Pushing buttons I don't want to push. No, get the pause off, thank you. Let's fly along the Ulster here. There's CCH, it says on the roof. Congress Center, Hamburg. It's a very posh area flying over here now. If you have a house there on the Ulster, they're upwards of like 10 million, I think. Right, what else can I show you? Down there, you see the round building that looks a bit like a football stadium. That is Roter Baum. That's where the tennis things are. I only think in restaurants. Right, let's go over the Ulster here. So we see all the Ulster. Let's follow the Ulster. That's I know. Oh no, that we want to follow that arm. I think. Yeah, that's the airport over there. You can see. Well, Hamburg's lovely. I want to be back in Hamburg. Oh, now the frame rate's going through the roof. Through the bottom, rather. Through the floor. What is happening? The popping in all the scenery. Hamburg's lovely. In my opinion, it's the nicest town in Germany. Nicest city, put it that way. A lot of lovely towns. I'm actually looking for Ohlsdorf now, which is the biggest garden cemetery of Europe. That's the green thing down there. It's Ohlsdorf. It's like a huge cemetery. And the frame rate is at like 1 frame per second now. More bridges than Venice, Amsterdam, London altogether. Yeah, but it's also a lot bigger. Like every town on the water has more. Every city on the water has more bridges than Venice because Venice is fucking small. Wait, this isn't Ohlsdorf? Is it? Where are we? Where are we? Oh yeah, that's old stuff down there, I think. Sorry for the frame rate. I'm still figuring out what my computer can and can't take. And apparently now it's loading a lot of scenery. Yeah, that's old stuff down there. It has these funny... Wait, let's fly over this. It has these very, very funny buildings. See that building? Oh no, actually no. That is... that's the police headquarters. We're over Düsseldorf now. That's the Hamburg police headquarters. Wait. Down there. Which means... where is it? I think... Wait, so that's the police headquarters. So the I think this is the Sporthalle concert hall location then. But this is basically downtown Düsseldorf. And that is runway 33. Right, and I used to live just about there. So let's buzz my old flat if we manage with this frame rate that's gone down to absolutely nothing. Right, that's the Ulster there. As you can see, there's some of your bridges that are everywhere in Hamburg. Okay, so we're here. Right, now don't crash. Let's have a look. Nope, wrong button. Alright, let's have a look. That's... Oh god. This is... right. Oh, damn. It's so slow and so jaggy that I can't even zoom around. So where is Santa Fu? Where are we? Where's the runway? The runway is there. This is... some of the buildings are wrong, I think. So this is all like Schrebergarten. I think that is Santa Fu prison. That's the famous Fuhlsbüttel. Strafvollzugsanstalt Fuhlsbüttel. The planetarium. The planetarium is in the Stadtpark. And the Stadtpark is... Oh, I think the Stadtpark is there. Is it? Wait, let me orient myself. No, it's not. It should be on the other side of the Ulster, and it should be here somewhere. It's not over there. Some of this is like really weird. No, the Stadtpark is there. Yeah, right. That's the Stadtpark. So the planetarium would be about there. It is very close. It is very close. Hamburg is not that big. Right. So I'm just trying to figure out where I used to live. Is that already on here, or is Bing Maps? Is it just wrong? Is it old? What the fuck is going on? Where's my flat? I think they've done it a bit wrong, but I think I used to live exactly there. See that window? Right? The buildings do not really look like what they're supposed to look like, but I used to live there. And that's just right off. Well, I think this is actually a bit... This should be a bit further here, I think. I think the dimensions are a bit off, so this should be about here. Because the planes were flying like directly here. to the runway. Yeah, but that's definitely just these 4 buildings. Actually, it was those buildings that was like a new. We moved in there when that was new. Dimensions and play. Well, yeah, maybe, but this is a bit wrong, because also that building is bigger. That's wrong. That looks different. That looks different. These are the right buildings, right? The textures are wrong, obviously. And the roads are a bit wrong, and the trees are wrong. But like, yeah. And I think the textures are wrong, because this should have. That's ground floor. We were 2nd floor. But there was a flat above us, and then there was the penthouse. I think there's 1 story missing here. But like we lived. Like, that's a balcony, right? And no, we actually lived there. We lived there. This was a smaller flat, had a smaller balcony, and we lived there. And that also, there's only 1 window there. Maybe there's an add-on you can buy. No, they don't have add-ons. But basically what they're doing is they're fixing a lot of the scenery, and so they released updates for Japan, the US, and the UK. And the UK is a lot better now. At least I've seen that streamers talk about that are from the UK. Oh, wrong button. Right, so let's go by the airport here, because we will not land this plane here, but we have to go down now where we're running out of fuel. I don't know why my AI co-pilot hasn't asked for a landing thing, because we've gone clearance, but we've gone close to the airport. The airport is actually done pretty well, I feel. I used to just run, go for a run a lot, like down here, down that road. Also 747s don't really land here a lot, but I guess they don't have 380s. The 380 from Dubai was going here. Wait, what? No, what button do I want to push? This one. Oh God, we're crashing the plane. No.
Hamburg Tower, Savage Delta.
Ah, here we go.
Foxtrot Alpha Bravo is 1 mile southeast with Charlie to land.
Well, not really 1.
Savage Delta.
Well.
Echo Foxtrot Alpha
Oh.
Bravo, Hamburg Tower. Enter left downwind runway 23. Altimeter 30.
23.
42, wind 25 feet at 5.
20. Okay. So, interesting thing about Hamburg Airport, right? So we lived there, right? So they would actually overfly us a lot, but actually they wouldn't, because there weren't many landings. Only 9% of landings at Hamburg Airport are like on this runway. There are quite a lot of takeoffs in that direction, but not a lot of landings. The most landings come from here, that direction. So most landings go like here, and most takeoffs go like here. So we would just hear them spool up the engine, but we had very good windows. You couldn't really tell, except there was so this is a smaller runway. This is shorter, and in summer there was always a time when they, in July mostly, when they would fix the topping, like the top, the concrete or whatever on this runway. So they would use that, and they would land here all the time, and that was like 4 to 6 weeks of constant flying over a flat. Right, anyway, I'm just gonna, where are we gonna land? Downwind 23, downwind runway 23. So we're landing that way, like that plane just did. Or are they taking off? I don't know. We're landing that way. Okay, so yeah, the wind is actually coming from there. That's right. So we have to go around and then land like this. Okay. Right, let's try that. Let's go for a landing here. Been at it for like almost 4 hours. You can buy the airport, okay. I know 3D hand-built cities are buyable add-ons, yeah, but they don't have actually that many, I feel. Yeah. But we'll see. Anyway, I'm just... A lot of this is just me critiquing the scenery. So I don't really want to take that content away. If you know what I mean. Anyway, let's go around here. Let's do something you would never do in real life, like overfly the airport like this. And this is actually right at the northern edge of Hamburg. Like Hamburg ends there. And this is Norderstedt, which doesn't belong to Hamburg anymore. That is already Niedersachsen. So when they had the lockdown, and Niedersachsen had the lockdown, I could go literally up to here. And then you couldn't go anywhere. You literally couldn't go anywhere north. Right. Oh yeah, you're right. It's Schleswig-Holstein, but they locked down Schleswig-Holstein and Niedersachsen. You're right. It's Niedersachsen to the south. Anyway, I couldn't go anywhere.
Savage Foxtrot Alpha Bravo cleared to land runway 23. Wind 2
Right.
identified.
You guys realize that it'll be a time until I get there, right?
23 Savage Foxtrot Alpha Bravo.
Actually, Niedersachsen closed down first, and then... No, wasn't it? No, Schleswig-Holstein closed down first, right? And then Niedersachsen closed down, like a week after. And then I couldn't go anywhere, but I still did. Fuck them. Fuck the rules. Nice that I have clearance, but I'll be a while, guys. I'm sorry about that, but... I mean, if I could do it, I could actually just have landed there, but I'm not. I'm just gonna play it safe here. Except hairstylists. I'm not sure. I only know all is closed except hairstylists. Yeah, well. No, the federal state borders are not closed anymore. They just did that. At the beginning it was closed, like whatever you wanted to. Now you can actually... You're not supposed to travel, but they're not stopping you anymore. They actually stopped people, like where I lived, right at the border to Schleswig-Holstein. Like there's a park. Like you go there, like you go up the Ulster, and at some point you're like in Schleswig-Holstein, and the police would be in the park and like stop families on bikes, and like people just walking from getting into the other federal state. It's not like they're gonna stay there, right? They just want to walk along the Ulster a bit. It was crazy. It is still crazy. Crazy bullshit. Okay, where's this fucking runway? That's the river you see on the map, by the way. That's the Ulster. Very small and picturesque. Naughty Germans. Yeah, well, how dare anybody go for a fucking walk? That's just gonna destroy public safety. Anyway, I just need that collapsed. Alright, now I can see the runway we're going for. Oh, it's probably time for flaps. It's probably time to get lower here. Just have another shot of Grappa. That's how real pilots do it, right? Shot of Grappa on final approach. Oh, what the fuck, man? I'm clear to land on that. What the hell are you doing? Holy fucking shit. That was very dangerous, man. He was definitely not clear to land on that runway. Anyway, just went very quickly here. Final screenshot of the night. Get me that mouse pointer out of the way. Thank you. That actually looks like fish islands. It looks very much like I'm not landing on that runway. Fucking mouse pointer is just annoying. I actually don't know if it screenshots that, but just to be safe. Alright. Okay. Back to the map. ATC, collapse that. Okay, we can probably... Nah, we don't really need that anymore, but still. Right. Don't really need the map anymore either, but just for completeness sakes. What is that? Is that the automarker? Really? Oh, I feel like there's another plane approaching illegally. Oh my god. Oh god. Definitely not clear to land.
Savage Foxtrot Alpha Bravo exit runway when able.
What? There already? Woo! Okay. Doing that.
Savage Foxtrot Alpha Bravo contact ground on 121.805. 121.805 for Savage Foxtrot Alpha Bravo.
Raffle. That was indeed a raffle. Holy crap. What was that guy doing there? Could like invaded my airspace while landing by 2 planes. Next time I'm turning multiplayer off, I think. It's just annoying. It's just destroying all the immersion. Like in reality I would have been dead, right? That slipstream would have just shaken my plane apart completely. Now he's invading my taxiway. I can already... Okay. Brake. Oh, don't brake too much, otherwise we're gonna fall over. You look a little fast. Well, you know. It's all good. You basically want your back wheel to lift off so you can see properly like this, you know. Oh yeah, I am a bit faster. Holy shit. Oh. Don't break my landing gear here. We nearly made it without crashing. Come on. Oh, there's another plane. Oh, there's even a guy. We have our own guy waving us in. Can't see fuck all. Let's not shredder him. Right. I think that means we're there. We made it, everybody. Total time of flight 43 minutes. Okay, this is broken. Why vicinity? I'm pretty sure our flight time was about like 3 hours. Okay. Well, we made it, everybody. next Fischbrötchen and then fly back home. Well, not today. Not today. That's enough for me. I'm gonna go to bed a bit earlier today because I'm still not feeling perfect. But thanks for watching, everybody. I'm gonna see if we can raid somebody who's fun, who's doing some fun stuff. And I think I'll stream Flight Simulator again. I think this was fun. This was just trying it out, but I think it's cool. It's nice if I have somebody to chat as well. Yeah, I got a lot of time to chat. So let's see. Oh, look, Khalifa's playing Valheim. My favorite streamer is playing Valheim. So we will have to raid Khalifa. I'm just gonna set that up here. And once again, say thanks for watching. That was a lot of fun. And I'm thinking, why does it show me an ad when I'm subscribed? But I have to resubscribe. So please stay with Khalifa for a while. She's a fun streamer. She lives in Denmark. She streams quite a lot, and I like her. She's great. And I like Valheim. So let's see what Khalifa's doing. Say hello from me, and I'll see you again. I don't know when yet. fab.industry/stream will keep you updated. Good night, Stefan. Thanks for keeping me company the whole flight. That was a lot of fun. All the history and politics discussions. I enjoyed this a lot. And see you all around, everybody. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.